Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. We're in Oklahoma City. That's Delita. I am Travis, and it is Monday, and that means it's time for Monday Night Raw.
You guys are here watching Raw.
Damian Priest starting out the show. This is going to be an open challenge. Looks like he's taking off and running with this new United States Championship reign that he is on.
This guy.
Old Damian.
This guy.
Oh, I thought something else popped up.
They're good. All right.
Everybody's piling in.
Yeah.
There's plenty of space for everybody.
Right? We got C. Hines in the chat. Hey, C. What's up? He's got CBP out there. Hey, yeah, you are back, C. Hines. Nice to see ya. Sophie is in the chat. Hey, Sophie. Aaron's out there. We have Ayla out there. It says, your ads want me to lose weight. Haha. I swear every time it's an ad about weight loss.
That means you're looking at weight loss stuff.
Yeah. If you're watching anything to do with diets
it's all algorithmed.
Dieting or food even. Like, if you look at food stuff, it'll bring up, like, Zoom or all that weird stuff. So, all that weird garbage.
All right, OKC. That's what he said.
We have Roberto out there.
Hey, Roberto.
Aaron is out there. What's up, everybody? How was your weekend?
Anybody watch the boxing last night?
Little Job Corps is in the chat. Job Corps. CBP says, I have a small problem. That's terrible. Is it a pencil that you have sharpened to the point of no return? Sophie says the ratings for the third episode went down from what they got from the first episode. WWE wants to know if you had heard that WWE announced the new Performance Center results today, or recruits today.
I did not look. I should. That should be something I'm looking at.
Let's see.
Waiting on Damian to call out whoever, or I guess he's not doing a call out, but we'll see who they bring out.
See who decides that they're going to go up against him for stuff.
They always do this with the baby faces, like, it's open challenge. And then the heels are like, I never defeated it ever.
Well, are they having Logan Paul on our Raw?
I don't think so.
Okay. Must be in the wrong one. No,
Integrity.
That's the one that you did. You didn't change the date of the stream
yeah, I just
or
got
the
in
name.
here as fast as I could.
I'm like, is that the right one? I'm like...
It just takes a second.
Don't do anything.
And then it's the 31st.
No.
Or not. Somewhere around the 15th.
It starts right now!
Oh, did I push... Oh, you pushed buttons over here, didn't you?
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we're back live, though.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't push buttons on that.
Sorry, everybody. I'm just having a gay old time. Okay, it's edited now.
Good deal.
And I'm going to go check my brownies.
Checking brownies. Got a big old block party tomorrow. In the hood.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Sheamus is coming out.
He's going to try to get his stuff back already. Wow.
Sheamus is exciting. He's one of the main characters of WWE.
Is he? He's exciting. He's one of the main characters.
If you look at WWE as a movie, he's one of the main characters. One of your main villains. Sophie, what happened there was the keys on the little keypad off to the side on a keyboard, they run the OBS software, and so that's how I do intros and stuff. And she was changing the date, and she used the numbers there instead of the numbers across the top of the keypad.
Yeah, sorry. Just having so much fun doing my thing.
Did you get it all done?
No.
Oh.
It's not quite done. Still jiggly in the middle. So I probably need more.
As long as the jiggle on top's bigger than the jiggle in the middle, it's fine. You didn't know that?
Probably more than 5 minutes, but I do. 5 minutes, so I'll be up again. CBP says, but for real, I believe these two girls like me. Oh, CBP. Oh, you have a small problem. Oh, cool. You have some girls that like you? That's cool.
Nothing wrong with having girls like you. The dames.
But Little Job Corps says, I wish Ahmed Johnson would come back.
I haven't seen him in years.
Ayla says, I mean, I'm subscribed to a girl on the 100-pound weight loss journey. Other than that, I don't look up anything. That's why you see those ads, though. Sophie says, at least we are getting something different from an original Raw opening. C. Hines says, to be honest, I haven't watched WWE all this summer because of vacation. Someone tell me what has been happening.
Not a lot. It's just WWE. It's just a soap opera of fun. Same champions. Right? I mean, Bobby Lashley hasn't won a title. He won it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Or whenever he won it.
Yeah. Sophie says, Hines, catch up with what you must saw somewhere on the network. Sophie says, one of the recruits is the younger brother of the Usos and the son of Bull. Ayla says, I completely forgot about the party. I'll try to stop and get a side or something before I get to your house tomorrow. Yeah, I can't believe you forgot after we talked about it for
every day.
Days, weeks even. Russell McIntyre's like,
so they're bringing McIntyre out? And why is Bobby Lashley wants to wrestle for the U.S. title?
I don't know what it's about.
This is the tag team match we had at the end of Raw last week. So if it's like, I thought you guys weren't doing a stream tonight because I didn't see any notifications for it. Yeah, been a busy day. I got a block party coming up tomorrow in the hood. So he was busy getting signs out, getting stuff kind of set up down at the house that we're having it at. People do stuff. It's called life. We've never missed a Raw. We're not going to start tonight. We almost did, though. We almost started. Yeah, this is the only time I have to relax. I figured that gives me 3 hours to just sit and... Gives me 3 hours to just shit. I wore my Depends. I can just sit here and shit. I just need to take a big shit. My face starts turning red as my shirt. You'll know what I'm doing. It was like... Glade. Why does it smell so bad in here? Where's the free breeze? You're all over there burning the trees for a car. Starting matches on fire. MVP's suit, first class. That's good for business. I don't feel like it's even close to good for business. Not even a little bit. I mean, Bobby being a double champion. Right. Randy Orton comes out. Yeah, the RK Bro. Is it both of them? Are they both of them are coming out to Randy's music. That's your all champions out there. Except for the girl. We don't want her out there. It just ruins everybody's life. I'm just kidding. CBP says, but the girls are friends. Oh, okay. You're in the friend zone, are you? Yeah, it's fun dating friends. Are you talking about the girls are friends with each other and you're dating them? Or... It's kind of tricky, but or you can pull you're friends with both of the girls. Oh, never mind. I don't know. That's not as tricky. Russell McIntyre says, there's no trick involved at all champion. There. Sophie says, I thought you guys weren't doing a stream. Oh. Alita's in the chat. Hey, Alita. How's it going? How you doing? Sophie says, Drew versus Priest for the first time ever. Ayla says, my brain is that of a fish. Will Lashley is in the chat. Oh, what's over here? Oh, what's over here? Oh, what's over here? Oh, I'm a fish. 15 seconds later. Oh, I breathe underwater. Oh, I'm a fish. What does this fin do? I'm swimming in circles. Stevie says, I'm not dating them, but they both are friends. I'm also friends with them. Oh, I see. Ayla says, Sophie, now I'm going to bring it up every stream at least 50 times. Ayla's like, open the window. Sophie says, thank God the block party is going to happen tomorrow. Then we don't have to hear about it again. It's been on for a minute.
How many days was that?
Looks like about 7.
Sophie says they like the new graphic for RK Bro. Alita says my toe is hurting badly. I'm sorry your toe's hurting. Did you stub it? Or is it just got issues? Issues for your toey. Toe issues.
Me and my best bud, Randy. They're going to do an open challenge, too.
Randy. They're doing an open challenge for their thing? Cool.
Brodeo Clown, MVP, Bobby Lashley going up against the Tag Team Championships. You know that's not how an open challenge works, right? Riddle pulling an R-Truth. Damian Priest, a pretty big dude. Looking Drew McIntyre right in the eyes. Two huge main events. And Drew McIntyre, triple threat. What's happening here? Tonight. So we're going to have 2 title matches tonight.
Ooh. Happening.
Why did they say 3 titles on the line? That's 2. Unless the women are. Does Flair have a title match? Ah, here she comes. Rhea Ripley coming out. She wants to be involved. All right, here comes the brutality one. She's coming out looking like a biker chick. Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley up next. That should be entertaining.
Up next?
Up next.
What is that? Rhea Ripley and what?
Shayna Baszler.
Ew. Sounds like a good thing, maybe.
Riddle. He's like, well, we're going to open challenge you to a tag team title match.
Who are they challenging?
Bobby Lashley
Oh, gosh.
and his Brodeo Clown.
His Brodeo Clown.
MVP.
MVP.
And then Randy Orton's
geez.
like, that's not how an open challenge works, right? Like, he's challenging out. When you're champion, you don't open challenge out. What is that?
Peach.
Pears, plums, hip hop's in the state of 911.
CBP says, Vera Barrett, gotta check my Snap stories. It looks like,
Snap
cut
it.
it off, Alita. Oh, yeah, that's usually what Travis liked to do. He would tell his daughter if something hurt that he would just cut it off.
Lop it off.
Cut it off. Sophie says, are they setting up for Bobby to win all of the championships?
No.
No.
Nope, they're not winning. MVP's going to get pinned.
Mm.
The Brodeo Clown.
Little Job says, imagine if Vince McMahon joined the Lucha House Party since they don't have Kalisto anymore.
There you go.
And Little Job says, nobody can beat Lashley. Sophie says, I thought we are getting Lashley versus Sheamus tonight.
I didn't see that. They didn't announce that.
And Flash.
Unless that was already in the cards from last time. And so that might be the 3 titles on the line. So Bobby might have 2 matches is what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe that's what they're saying. Flash is in the chat. Hey, Flash.
Flash McCarrots.
Says, what? Yeah, Flash McCarrots. They're from the Bronx, New York. Lita says that was 3. Randy says, hey, all. Hey, Randy. Sophie says, 2 episodes of SmackDown in October will be moved to FS1 because of the World Series and the other not sure.
That's all right. I don't mind it being on FX1.
FS1. Yeah, Fox Sports 1. Makes it easier. It comes on normal time and it's watched on the regular TV. Randy says Lashley is like Roman. Boring. Alita says not cutting off my toe. Sophie says Randy versus Bobby is a fresh feud. CBB says Vince McBum. And Ayla says that's where I get it from then. George's 7-year-old niece hates me for it.
Cut it off.
Just cut it off. Sophie says the difference between Bobby and Roman is that Roman doesn't wrestle on SmackDown every week. True. He doesn't usually wrestle. But yeah, Travis always said that to McKenna when she was a kid. Like if she ever complained about something hurting, he'd be like, "Well, we better just cut it off."
It stopped hurting immediately. Probably gave her severe anxiety issues for the rest of her life, but whatever. We all screw up our kids.
There's a very
Chucky ain't got shit on me.
plain tasting peach. I don't want your hairy puppet.
It's not a hairy puppet. What is going on out there?
Brownies.
Just overcook them and be done with them.
Oh.
Old Rhea Ripley.
Alita's like, Roman is never boring. Sophie says they advertised it all week, and tonight Bobby versus Sheamus. Randy says Roman Reigns is so boring, I fall asleep when he is on.
Is that when you take your naps? Ash coming down to be in the corner of Rip.
Well, it's also like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
For
It's a
him,
good
so
time to take a nap.
It's probably a good time to take naps.
I think that's about what time I went to sleep last night.
Yeah. You stayed up that long with her?
I tried to. Tried to hang with a teenager, and it did not work out well for me.
It's actually kind of funny.
We watched some Jake Paul. Well, Logan was there, but Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. And I don't know if Tyron and Tyrone are the same name, but they were calling him both, so... I mean, like tomato.
I would just call him Tyrone. Because isn't that what they usually...
Yeah, but they were calling him Tyron half the time.
Tyrone. That's funny. Hi, bud. You okay? Did you take off yourself?
So we watched these two in NXT take it to the limit. Rhea Ripley finally overcame Shayna Baszler. We'll see how it happens on the main roster. Right now, Rhea Ripley's a little hotter, a little bit looks like she's getting a little bit more of a push, but it looks like they did take her out of the title picture for a while, and that should help her out her trajectory of her career, I would assume. Shayna Baszler wrestled or fought in the UFC. She fought against Amanda Nunes, and Amanda Nunes, the last time they fought, Amanda Nunes hasn't lost since. She's still undefeated. And that was like 7-8 years ago.
Nunez.
She got COVID. I wonder if she's okay. That's why she was canceled out of that last UFC pay-per-view. They should have stripped her title.
They should have stripped her title.
I feel like if you can't defend your title, you should be stripped of it. Especially in the UFC. She has 2 titles and she defends one a year. So, like, some titles go 2 years without being defended. That's ridiculous.
I thought she defended both titles.
She hasn't done the 145 for maybe 2 years. I don't know if I've ever seen her defend the 145.
I thought that was the one we watched her defend.
I've seen her fight like 3 times. But I think they were all the 135.
Mm-hmm.
What is Nia wearing?
Something with nude things in it, so it looks weird.
She's like, everybody
She's
look
like,
at my sexy.
I want to wear hideous clothing today.
Look at my sexy.
She's like,
all right.
This should be a really good outfit.
All right, Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley going right at each other. It looks like Shayna Baszler is trying to joint manipulate. I have to get some Beth Phoenix out here. Look at that little roll through. Another roll through. Baszler's not breaking that. She's going to smash that elbow right here with that kick, that drop kick. Watch this.
Rhea, just kick her in the butt.
Why don't you just move your arm when she lifts her foot up? Watch this. Oh! She caught that foot.
Oh, and they got kicked
big
in the
kick.
face for it.
That might have caused a concussion right there. Rhea might not know where she's at.
She's like, who are
I think she's in Kentucky. She's going to start dating a cousin there.
That's not how it works.
Hey, Kentucky, I think so. Do they marry their cousins? I don't know. Anybody from Kentucky in here married to your cousin?
Did you marry your cousin? That's what they do in Kentucky.
They're all kissing cousins there. Just kidding. We have no problem with Kentucky. Especially the basketball team. They're pretty damn good. Louisville, they're good also. Look at this. She's going for more joint manipulation. So can Shayna Baszler just not wrestle? Is that what the problem is? Is that why she has to do all these joint manipulation holds? Big clothesline by Shayna. Kicked her right in the side of the ass. Rhea's just throwing wild slaps. Shayna Baszler going right after Rhea. What is she doing here? Is she going to wrap her arm around the side apron? She's on the outside. What is she doing? She's going to stomp on her elbow, isn't she? Kicked her right in the face. So Rhea's hand somehow got stuck. And there it is. Dropped both feet down right on her hand. Rhea Ripley's all sorts of hurt. They're going to have to go to a commercial break. You guys ever watch that series, The Sinner? I think this is the third one. They're doing one on USA. That's what that commercial is right there. It starts this October. Nobody here can hear you. Okay, what good does that do if I can't hear you?
I was telling you who was in it.
Yeah?
Jessica Biel. The very first one.
Jessica Biel's in the first one. And then the guy is the guy from Independence Day, isn't it?
I think so.
He was the president.
Yeah. One of the Bobs or whatever his name is. Brownies are complete.
Calm. Calm.
Don't be weird.
Calm.
Nobody likes it when you talk like that.
Complete.
Alita says great series. Rennie says no. I watch Wentworth. Ayla's like to leave this busy. Dark Camage is in the chat.
Hey, Dark
Carnage. Dark Carnage.
Carnage is better.
I just
It's Carnage. It's French.
subbed. How's y'all
Hey,
doing today?
thanks for,
Great.
Subbing.
Randy says I don't like him. I never have. As Roman. Sophie said Roman wrestled on SmackDown every once in a while. Bobby wrestled and sometimes got pinned. Sophie says Vince is thinking of turning Keith Lee a monster heel.
Heard that.
Randy says WWE should do a gimmick of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Sophie's like Joe the Best did the boxing thing last night.
Nice.
Dark says, oh god, no, they don't need a Spider-Man gimmick. Ayla's like, I can smell those brownies from here. Can you? I made them in a 12 by 15 pan. I made 4 boxes all together.
The weed, you could smell it because it smells like skunk almost a little bit.
Yeah. I put it in the butter.
Everybody at the block party is going to love that in the hood.
It's the best. It's the best way to, if you're going to put...
You're only supposed to eat a quarter of a brownie each. Any more than that, you might take a shit on a golf course.
If you make your stuff with weed or that kind of thing, you're supposed to incorporate it into your butter. And then it incorporates into your, you're supposed to melt your butter.
Right, because butter's fat and it's fatty soluble. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So, and then you put your weed
But we would
in
never
the
do this, and nobody would ever tell somebody on the air how to do something like this, so we're going to stop talking about it.
In the states where weed is legal, but you can do those things in, which are a lot of states around us. California.
Orlando.
Wyoming.
Texas.
Is it Wyoming?
I don't think so. Maybe Wyoming.
Colorado, sorry.
I know Colorado.
Colorado.
Rocky Mountain High.
Washington or Oregon, one of those.
Utah.
I don't think they...
It's
I thought theirs
medicinal.
was still just medicinal.
Well, that's... Yeah. Look at this fucking jacket.
Hmm?
It's like a Seth Rollins jacket. Snoop Dogg's sporting a Seth Rollins jacket. Is that a skirt?
Dark Side Brownies sound good right now,
Never
right?
mind, that's a robe.
Sophie says, Adam Cole is really a free agent. He is fielding offers from every promotion. I'm surprised the WWE is letting him walk.
Bye.
Dark says, guys, I think the camera went out. The screen is black. Never mind. Randy's like, Kentucky makes some good fried chicken. They make some pretty good bourbon, too. Sophie says, we got plenty of time for the next pay-per-view for the writers to figure out what the matches will be. Sophie says, is Travis a magician since D keeps leaving the screen every minute? Feels like D is busy. Sophie says, today marks the 1 year mark with Roman holding onto the championship.
Good for him.
Alita said that the Center is a great series. Ayla says Wentworth is good. CBP says me just staying in the dark, not typing. Sophie says SmackDown got 2.2 million viewers this past Friday. Randy says it's got nothing to do with anything, but Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man ever.
Old Toby.
Vindicators in the chat. Hey, Vince says, I'm here, Travis. Thank me for subbing.
Oh, thanks for subbing.
Thank you so much, Vindicator, for subbing. We appreciate it. Oh. So it's like, what would everybody be doing if Raw wasn't on for whatever reason?
I would be reading a book.
I might be reading a book, too. I gotta take that book back to the library. I don't think I got into it. CBP's like, she put weed in it. Good job. Walter's in the chat. Hey, Walter says, hey, Travis and Tooth, I'll see you at 9. He says, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, ooh, brownies, fun time. Sophie's, Vindicator says, Sophie, I would be watching NFL Monday Night Football.
Is that on? Says, well, Are they doing Monday Night Football now on the pre-C? Because the regular season doesn't start till when, like the 7th or 9th or whatever? Next Thursday? Right. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
Picola's in the chat. Hey, Picola says, well, welcome to an interesting stream tonight. Ayla's like, Google how to make brownies. You have to Google how to make fun brownies. Just kidding.
Don't Google
Sophie
anything
says,
of
Nikki
the sort.
Cross outfit looks like... That could just mean you put M&Ms in them. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm. What are the fun size, bite-sized candies? They're just fun pack, huh? Right? Aren't they called fun size?
They're just called fun size.
Yeah. Yes, fun brownies.
Sophie says, Nikki Cross outfit looks like the thing from Secret Life of Pets 2.
I have not seen that one.
Randy says, my niece is funny. She calls Lashley Bashley.
Old Bashley.
Sophie says, if Raw... Oh, I read that. Alita says, I would be sleeping. It was like, I subscribed to like a year and a half ago. I didn't get a thanks.
Thank you.
It was like, I'm not watching wrestling, huh? I'm watching Cops. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
That could be more entertaining anyways.
That fucking shit's awesome. They should never get rid of it. Ever. Mm-hmm. Gross. She's
about ready to finish from this position. That's her bread and butter.
It's like,
He's gonna butter that biscuit. What's that from? Weird Science. I'm gonna butter your biscuit.
CPP says Wrestling Gab official brownies starting price $10 for a pint. Vinegar says, get in line, Ayla. All the new cubbies get thanked first.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Samoan drop right on the outside. Ouch. Nikki Ash being decimated on the outside by Nia.
Don't worry about it, Rhea. Keep your mind in the game.
Rhea's not focusing.
Nope.
What is this little roll up? Oh, Shayna gets pinned right in the center of the ring.
Oh.
That's what she gets.
And then Nia got in and attacked Rhea from the side. They're like, no, don't beat her. Nia's like, I will beat her with my body. That's in some kind of weird latex outfit tonight.
This is perfect little storyline that they're going with there. Nia Rhea.
Yeah.
That'll be a good Good little feud.
Probably.
Let Rhea earn her way back up to the title stuff.
Ooh,
About
right?
WrestleMania time, maybe.
True. CBP says Vince's brain is fun-sized. Alita says YouTube how to make brownies. There you go. Randy's like, she is funny. Sophie says Zoila is watching her state on TV with cops. They don't come to our state, Sophie. It's all over in your guys' area.
Cops?
Florida.
Isn't that what they do? I think they record it in Florida.
Because they sure as hell aren't in Idaho.
No. That would be a boring-ass show.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, bad things do happen, but...
Hold on, there's some meth over here in this trailer park.
Not anything like what probably happens in some parts of Florida.
That's about all
I've
it is.
seen some stories
Well,
where you're
dudes,
just like, what the fuck? Florida man stories?
motherfuckers are eating freaking people's faces in Florida.
Oh, yeah, the ones
Hey,
that
it's the
run with me.
Vikings! Fowler. They pride themselves on Fowler.
I almost couldn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah, they're very quiet. It's kind of like that song you were playing earlier.
Vindicator says new subbies I meant. And Ayla's like, Vin, I thought you said chubbies. I was like, what? Ayla's like, oh, were you talking to me? I've been getting a lot of diet ads lately. So I'm adding that in, by the way. Vindicator's just like, yeah, chubbies. Sorry, Sophie's like, I thought the NFL doesn't start their season until a couple weeks from now. They have a lot of preseason games on, Sophie. Vindicator says...
Jinder Mahal and Veer, huh?
Ooh, against the Viking Raiders. Nice. Vindicator says Chubby's might be a hip and happening restaurant somewhere. Actually, we do have a restaurant named Chubby's in our town. No kidding. We do.
Is it talking about like when a girl touches you and you start to get a little bit of a boner?
No, I don't think that's the kind of chubby that they're talking
Oh.
about. I think they're talking about
Like a pig?
like piggy, chubby people.
Like Eric here?
Like me. Like Ibar.
Yeah, I bar
Little
not
chubby.
Eric. Eric's not too bad.
It was like, I think it is at least, I think, on a TV show. And Vindicator says, help me out, Talitha. What the heck is Nia wearing? I think she forgot to take off her bondage outfit when she came out because that shit looks like she got latex on. I was like,
She playing
the
around
fuck she
with
playing in black latex
Sasha
outfit?
last time Sasha came out on TV. High elbow.
Why are we high elbowing?
Because they were. That's what they did.
No,
They
it's
didn't
creepy.
high five, they high elbowed.
Well, I
Or
don't want to do
forearm.
that. I'd poke your eye out with my elbow. Randy's like, Nia Jackson do job beautiful. And Sophie's like, why is this team still a team?
I
Are you
would.
talking about the Viking Raiders? Why can't
No, I think, well, either that, but I think it's Nia and.
they be? Oh,
Shayna.
Shayna and Nia. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
They
have
got to
anything
keep
else
them
to
together
do.
so they're somewhat relevant. You don't want to get rid of both of them. That's the only way they can keep relevancy.
Pickle is like, shout out to Escambia County PD when the cops shows our ugly forest green uniforms. Sophie says, we were supposed to get Morrison versus Miz tonight. Alita says, Florida, Georgia, Carolina. Yeah. Louisiana. Yeah. It's unfortunate, right? Like, those are all the states they're like,
They should do it in San Diego.
there is.
The weather's always pretty because you could have foot chases in the middle of December.
Right?
And Tijuana's not that far away. So people probably be running all over back and forth. All sorts of drugs going in and
You're
out.
funny. I don't know. I personally have only seen maybe like an episode of Cops, and then like the commercials for it. That's it. I've never like literally sat down and just
remember-
watched episode after episode of Cops.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I have seen Jeff Foxworthy make fun of it and
Yeah.
say, like, hey, this is a rerun. And he's like, and it's live in your front yard.
Right?
Then you might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck. Uh-huh. Ella says, no, I saw one filmed in Boise. Fun times tonight with Miss So Fun. Her dude. Ooh. Pickle is like, I am wrong, but isn't Oklahoma City or the surrounding area where Tiger King was at? I couldn't tell
No
you because I
idea.
never watched or knew.
I have not
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen that, so I don't know the backstory.
All I heard is that they probably kill the tigers somewhere around 1 year old because they're no longer valuable, and then they just get more babies.
All I heard was the song of Carol Baskin. Killed her husband, whacked him. Carol Baskin. And the only reason why I heard it was because of TikTok. Carol Baskin. Killed her
I danced
husband,
to that song.
Whacked him. Yes, you did.
That's the song I did that weird TikTok dance to that McKenna recorded
Yep.
and then posted on the internet.
Was nice of her, wasn't it? It was like, we do have a Chubbies. I knew I heard it, right? Sophie says, I'm guessing they dropped the Jinder Drew feud out of nowhere after they hinted last week that they will continue it.
I was
Maybe
hoping
not.
they'd
I
keep
mean,
it
they
going.
got to have them do something, right? They can't always be doing that constantly.
I feel like that feud needs better build-up, and Jinder needs to do more.
Mm-hmm. Randy says Vince McMahon is all elite. Vindicator says Dalitha is not chubby. She is just properly full-figured voluptuousness. Ooh, suck up. It was like, so literally, one city of Idaho filmed on cops. Clever girl. Oh, clever girl. Sarcastic. Sophie says, Ayla, what's the difference between Cops and America's Most Wanted? Are they both the same show?
They're completely different shows.
Completely different. Like on another planet different.
One is happening, and one already happened.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
one is, like, live, because you're
Right.
pulling somebody over, chasing them with their dog or whatever. And the other one is, like,
This is
happened.
the America's Most Wanted. This is the person that killed 500 people and they want him as their top suspect in those crimes.
All right. Ibar's starting it out with Veer.
Vindicator says, Ayla, do you know anyone who worked at Chubby's? Is it more like Arby's or Chuck E. Cheese? It's probably more like an Arby's, but it's like a local owned restaurant. It's not a franchise or anything. And it has like sandwiches and stuff, like soups and sandwiches and hot sandwiches and cold sandwiches.
So like a Subway or a Jimmy John's.
Not really. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I've never eaten there, but I've read their menu a few times because I've thought about getting food there because they're just right down the road from my work. But I've just never done it.
It's so weird that the Viking Raiders are still a tag team.
It is weird, right? Because, one, they... Oh.
Just ruined my night.
Did you drop your pen?
You got another one. I'm
Is
good.
it gone forever? Did the floor monster eat it?
I need my big thing out there. Next time you go out there, grab it.
Your grabby thing?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go down there to get
Look at that, Veer. The athleticism of Veer. That dude looks good in there.
He's not getting his ass
Look at this.
beat. Whoa.
Almost broke his wrist, but that's a meaty monster right there.
Yeah, you have to be very careful with him. He broke his neck.
Veer is definitely a star in the making.
It was like, I can't tell if she's trying to be funny or annoying. I don't know. Janelle Jackson's in the chat. Hey, Janelle says, I'm cool with Adam Cole starting with any other wrestling promotion besides AEW. If he signs with some of those guys you get on that show are not going to get TV time. Exactly. You got it, Janelle. You got it, bud.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know where he's going to end up, but he does look like he is a free agent, so maybe he'll end up in AEW.
Ayla says, dude, Vin, I don't think I've been to it. And Sophie says, Sasha Banks has been very quiet and nobody is saying what is wrong with her.
Who knows? Maybe there's nothing wrong with her.
Vindicator says, dang, Ayla, you probably missing out on some good shit. It looks like, I guess. And Randy says, everyone in WWE is all elite. Sophie says, I want to see Travis Block Party be on a reality show.
Oh, it's going to be exciting, guys.
It's like old people party, guys.
Oh, no. It is, but Richard's already telling me. He's like, so I've got like 4 messages from people that are like, I'm going to be at the block party, and you're going to hear all about water. So it should be pretty entertaining tomorrow.
Oh, God.
I'm kind of excited about it.
So basically, it's just going to be a large bitch fest.
Most people aren't that brave to actually complain in front of other people. And if they do, I can make them feel stupid. pretty quick.
I don't want them to talk to me.
Oh, it's fine. I love it. Talk to me all they want.
Like, just leave me alone. Go over there. It looks like, Sophie, is that an actual question? Maybe those types of questions should be left to you and Google. CBP says, what city are you guys in? Idaho.
Idaho.
Rennie says, who would win, Big Daddy or Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
And Ayla's like, Ohio. And Pico is like, Las Vegas, Utah. Sophie says, too bad they didn't touch on their history as 3MB when they were in a feud.
No, they didn't do a lot of build-up at all.
Ayla says, I just got back from New Vegas in Washington. Pico's like, wouldn't that be funny? Mormon gangsters. Dude, Picola, the Mormons are gangsters. What are you talking about? Have you been around a lot of Mormons? They can be very gangsterish. Just saying.
Now, you wouldn't want to mess with a group of Mormons. Even if you were a quote-unquote gangster. You'd get shot out of town. They stockpile shit. They could stay in their house for like 2 months without even... It wouldn't even faze them. No power, nothing. They're fine. They're like, okay. They ain't coming in. I got guns, so... Most of them have a train car of guns and freaking ammunition. And about 2 years' worth of food. And a hierarchy that they answer to. They're literally set. They're like a government. Look at that! It's over! Jinder Mahal's gonna get pinned! Wow. Ouch. Jinder Mahal's getting embarrassed.
Well, kind of makes sense though, right? He's a singles wrestler and they're a tag team.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a fan of that, but whatever.
Right.
I like Veer, though. He impressed me in this one.
And Sophie said Hulk Hogan, too. Vindicator says, don't let Ayla fool you. Her and Talitha and Travis are all from the great country of Britain. And we mastered their American accents.
Yeah, I forgot how to even talk British. It's been a minute.
Rafi's not in here, so I can't make fun of him.
But I have to talk really loud to speak British.
Travis can't control the volume of his voice.
Can't control the volume of my voice
when he has to do a British accent. Why? Why is that?
Because of the unfreezing.
Why can't you whisper in an English accent?
Because of the unfreezing process.
It was like, that would be funny. It's probably a real thing. Sophie's like, who would win, Ayla or Brandon?
At what?
At what?
Sword broke. Sword broke!
Did it really?
Yeah. A piece of it shot off.
Rewind it. I want to see that. It's a commercial anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Watch.
Oh, the little thing at the top fell off. He had to turn it so you couldn't see it.
Watch. Watch.
So the little
I know.
medallion
Watch.
Thing. Bing. He's like, oh shit. He's like, oh, don't turn it that way.
Fuck.
Fucking Drew's props are all bad. They're all. He needs to go get some super glue.
We just watched that 3 times. That's classic. Oh. It's sword broke.
Reddy's like, I say Big Daddy. Piccolo says, is it only slots or do they have card games too? It's only sluts. I mean,
like
slots.
sluts more than anything else.
It looks like every now and again Talitha's real accent comes out. Alita says, be right back. I got a reality TV interview. Nice. Vindicator says, it would be a draw, Sophie. Sophie says, so far it feels like this show was probably last minute rewrites. Haley says, I don't think
they had most of it planned last week, didn't they?
Maybe. With some of their stuff, probably, I think. Some of the stuff that happened last week.
Miz and Morrison?
Mm-hmm. Ayla says, I don't think they have many Mormons in Florida. Too many shoulders and knees showing. Alita says, so you never watched The Amish Gangster? Never watched an Amish Gangster.
So it was a show on, like, history or something. And he went around and, like, cleaned up for the Amish. Like, if anybody came into the area and was, like, strong-arming them.
Oh.
This dude would just get rid of them.
Nice. Like, in a bad way? Like,
well, they would disappear.
Yeah. Okay, I'm like, disappear like Jimmy Hoffa?
Yeah.
Jimmy Hoffa disappear. All right, let's see.
He's living in the Amish paradise.
Right. Sophie says, what's the Amish gangster? Never heard of it. Look it up. Vindicator says, Jinder is a loser, mid-card jobber until they get tired of overusing McIntyre. Dark Carnage is like, hello, Dark Carnage. Olivia says, yeah, it still comes on. Dark is like, how are y'all? What are your names? I wonder who this could be.
I don't
delete
have
that,
a
and that's Travis. That's us.
What is that?
Oh, wow.
What?
Ryan Kagan? Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
Wow. You're amazing. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that.
Did they say anything?
Wow. Yeah, Ryan, I'll write it. I'll read it. Ryan Kagan just donated $100. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. It says, hey, you two, I'm going around smaller accounts and giving back a little. Use this on gas, groceries, carry out coffee, or whatever your heart's desire. Hope you two are staying safe and wish you nothing but the best in the future. Also, go check out Wrestling Revolver.
Well, absolutely will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Appreciate that. Oh, that's amazing.
That is so cool.
That's way cool. Thank you.
Put his name on our page.
There you go.
Right at the top.
That is way cool. Wow, that's awesome. Let's see. Vindicator says, Travis, to your British catchphrase, it's a something from London.
You sound like you're from London.
Travis.
But I have to scream it.
Right?
You sound like you're from London. Yeah, nope. You sound like, yeah. The quieter I get, the more American. It's like,
you sound like
you're from London. You sound like you're from London.
It was like I'd win at hockey, but Brandon would win at lacrosse. Piccolo says, can't say that I have gypsy weddings, though. Russell McIntyre's in our chat giving angry face with swords. Sophie says, Paige says she will never leave the WWE unlike what most of her former co-workers did by going to AEW. Dark Carnage says, hockey, I love hockey, and my favorite wrestler right now is Roman Reigns. Sophie says, remember when Carlito had a little role on Raw after the Royal Rumble this year? It looks like we're going to do what they did with MVP last year. Nice.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
Sophie says, in cooking, Ayla or Brandon? Ayla. Piccolo says, oh, that is another religion. I forget the name, but women keep their hair long and wear long skirts. Are you talking not the Amish? Or are you talking the Mennonites? The Mennonites do that. They have their hair long.
That on Beastmaster? Isn't that his Emorites? That was the Emorites.
Yeah, it's Mennonites. They have Mennonites and the Amish. They're about the same. Not the same. They're doing
that triple threat match right now.
System. With his broken sword. Did he fix his sword before he brought it out?
I don't think so.
I think it has the thing there.
They put some crazy glue on it.
I think he crazy glued it.
There's probably more than one.
They're like, we need another prop. We need another prop over here, people. That one's broken. It was like, I can't play hockey anymore. I'm too big. My skates break. Plus, I lost my eyesight when I got it in the eye with a puck. It was like, wow, $100. Alita's like, thanks for the super chat, right? Thank you for the super chat. Sophie says, it sounds like Dee gets the pleasure when someone gets hurt. Vindicator says, that's an expensive super chat, Ryan. I feel cheap now. Sophie's like, hurt. Piccolo says, Ryan is a real MVP. Dark Carnage's like, wow.
Every dollar counts, guys.
Hama XT is in the chat. Hey, Hama. Says, there any way to watch WWE Raw for free?
There might be some sites you would have to go look up. I can't say them over the air, but there is.
There has to be ways to do it. You just have to do some research and try to find them. Vindicator says next super chat should be 1,000. Pony up, Ayla. Dark's like, yeah, it called the USA Network. Ayla says, Aaron, go away. Dark Carnage. Alita says, yes, on USA. Piccolo says it never gets old. Yeah, if they don't have the USA Network, though, and technically you do have to, like, pay for it.
Yeah, you have to pay for cable.
So, you know, it's not technically free, but you can always go there and you can always do some research and find it. Piccolo says it never gets old. It was like, Vindicator, Duluth, and Travis should pay me to come on here and put up with you fools. Sophie's like, before tonight, they were advertising Sheamus versus Lashley and The Miz versus Morrison from the show last week. Russell McIntyre's got a hammer now. Ugh. Vindicator's like, you sound like you're from Scotland. If you ever meet Drew, that's what you would acknowledge him, Travis. You'd have to do like a Scottish accent. I don't know how you'd do it. Illa says, did she just ask if Brandon would win me at cooking? Yes. Girl, I'm a professional.
Is it that?
Yeah, wrestling revolver.
That's cool.
Nice.
What a good dude.
That's awesome.
Definitely going to subscribe right now. Subscribed. Notifications are on.
That's awesome. Way cool. Yes, so that was the name he gave. Wrestling Revolver was in his super chat.
Are we sure that's him?
Well, his name is Ryan.
Right,
Habian, but he said.
But the latest video was 2 years ago.
But he says, go check out Wrestling Revolver.
I wonder if it's a different one, or if I'm spelling it wrong.
Looks like you're spelling it right.
Well, obviously I'm not. Let's try that. Is it or?
It's
All right. Well, Drew McIntyre
Anyways.
and Damian Priest both taking it to Sheamus.
Yes. Let's see. Piccolo's like, don't share your government names. Right? Sophie says, who was a better guess, Ayla the robot or Brandon? Ayla's like, no, you're not. Leave me the F alone, dude. Dark's like, I don't even know you. I was just answering your question. Don't have to be all bossy. Sophie's like, this match is going to be good and could last most of this hour.
Okay, you're underestimating WWE.
So is this a one-on-one? Like a triple threat?
Yeah, it is a triple threat.
Oh, okay. So
somebody
Sheamus
else could
came
interfere.
out there to get his title back, and Drew
Yeah, he wanted to be involved.
So he put himself in it because
Right.
he's a weirdo. Got it.
Right. And we were supposed to see Sheamus and Bobby. At least that's what was advertised last week. But they both have a match tonight, so I don't know if they're going to do that match anyways, or if that kind of screwed it up. Sheamus backflipped over into the freaking little Bay Area where they keep the time bell.
Oh, look, we have Ravi in the chat.
Hey.
Ravi.
It's Ravi.
He's like, yo, is Rodney good tonight? No. It's not. Go away. Of course
fantastic.
it's not. It's horrible. Ugh. Like, why would you even watch it? It was like, dude, if you weren't, you'd drop it. I know you are because you won't let it go. I know you are, but what am I? Sorry. Sophie's like, what's better, watching through an app or watching it on regular TV? Regular TV, unless you can do the app, unless you can watch the app on your TV, then it's okay. But Robbie's like, Ayla, you cooking the chat again? No, I think she's just cooking. She's just cooking. I don't know what she's cooking, but something.
I'm going to screenshot that.
You're screenshotting it.
Well, I want to look up his name, but I don't know if I'll be able to spell it. La ta da. Kaeg.
It was like, who's your favorite, Travis and Aletha, Vin or Sophie? Who would win a duck or Sophie? Who's more annoying, Ravioli or Sophie? Do you see how annoying that is? Yes, Ayla, you are quite annoying. Ravi's like, LD, LOL with the love again. Always, man. Always just for you. Ayla's like, Ravioli, I might be. And Ravi says, Ayla, you are hard. So he was like, do you have any professional YouTubers to go to help you with your channel?
No.
No, we do it all ourselves.
Just,
But we like it when we do get other people coming in, like Ryan, who help us out like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That's when you wish you can't wait until you get bigger so that you can go do the
Pass
same
it
thing.
on down the line.
It's called paying it forward. But no, we pretty much figured everything out ourselves.
So
with everything.
just one little video at a time. Like when we first started, it was the camera and the audio off the camera. And then we got a mixer. And then obviously we had a video card. And we used OBS. And then I tried to use a different type of OBS. And then we had to get a copyright violation. Then we moved over to Twitch for a while, and then I had to learn Twitch's platform, and then so I used a different OBS. But then I moved back to this OBS when we moved back to, what is this, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, just one little step at a time. You learn everything as you go. You just got to start. Like if somebody wants to start, and then figure it out. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, because if you wait till you get stuff,
if you wait till you're an expert on YouTube to start, you'll never start because you can't be an expert without starting.
Yeah. So, like, I actually, the camera we use, I did not actually get it or intentionally got it for this channel. Like, it was not something I got for this. In fact, I got it for him because he was saying to me one time, I need a new, movie camera. And I was like, oh, okay. A new camcorder kind of thing. I was like, all right. So I did some research and found like one of the really good ones and got it for him for Christmas or whatnot, right? And then, so did all that. And then when we decided to do this, he's like, I'm going to use our camera. And I'm like, oh, good. He's like, now we need another one. Yeah, it's too funny.
Look at this. Sheamus, big clothesline off the top. Damian Priest down. Drew going to come in and save him? No, he kicked out on his own.
Dark's like, WTF, I don't know what you're talking about. What's better watching? Sophie's like, what's better watching? I already asked that. Dark's like, I might donate $1,000 to show my kindness. Cool.
You don't need to donate that much.
Ayla, you cooking the chat again? I already read that one.
$1 is plenty.
CP Cola says, all I have is cable. So what apps can you see it live?
If you have cable, you should be able to watch it. I would assume you have USA Network.
That's P Cola, and yes. So he's asking, what apps can you see it live? So, like, even though he has cable, like, let's say that you don't have cable, and you have apps. What apps could you see it live on?
YouTube.
I think YouTube TV does it.
No, they for sure do. Hulu does.
Hulu has live TV, like, especially sports stuff, and they consider this part of sports. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying USA Network is on those two, for sure.
Right.
And there's another one, too. Slingbox or Slingblade?
Sling TV.
Sling TV.
That was it.
And then that's it that I'm aware of. And who knows? Maybe you can go to USA.com. I have no idea.
Right? Like the USA Network app or something. But you'd have to, like...
Pay? I don't know.
Sign in or pay or something.
Or show your cable provider.
Right. Sophie says, I have cable and apps. Ayla says, what card Ace of Spades is a little played out. Sophie says, I'm guessing they are saving Bobby versus Sheamus for a later date, maybe. With Sheamus being in here for this, possibly?
Yeah, I think Drew's probably going to pin Sheamus, or Sheamus is going to pin Drew. Oh, wait, no, they can't be pinned. Damian's going to pin one of the two, because I don't think he's going to drop the title. He's only had it for a week. It makes no sense. Look at him going clubbering. That's me. That's me tomorrow night at the block party.
You're going to clubber people
Just
like
out
that?
there clubbering.
Clubbering them. Robbie's like, D becoming box office with the channel, right? Robbie's like, Ayla, a Hallmark card. And Ayla's like, oh, how sweet. So he's like, how long did it take for you to become whatever you call yourselves?
No time at all. I just got a thesaurus out and started, instead of talk, because there was already a wrestle talk. So I just thesaurused it. It was very non-creative. Talitha got mad at me, actually. She's like, seriously, that's the name you came up with? Could have came up with a better name.
Robbie's like, I thought you could not stream live direct from YouTube unless you have 1,000 subs. You can from a computer anytime.
Yeah, we can anytime.
You cannot from your phone.
You cannot from your phone, and I have 1,000 subscribers, and I still can't do it from my phone. At least it says I can't, so I don't know. Drew McIntyre. Oh, he's going for a shoot your chalk. One. Drew's just too good to get pinned. Oh, Drew! Sheamus just barely moved. That was fantastic. Damian Priest taking it right to Sheamus.
It was like they call themselves Travis and Alita. Alita's like, I'm back. What were you doing? Something about your hurt toe?
Look at that elbow. Look at this. Damian taking it to both of these guys. Basically, two Hall of Famers fighting Damian Priest.
CBP says you can from third-party apps like Prism,
Yes.
Mobzillion, Live, and more. Alita says, I used to watch gypsy weddings. Robbie says, the only way I have seen people stream live on YouTube, I thought, through StreamYard or Streamlabs.
Yeah, I don't use either one of those.
So he says, but that
Streamlabs
is
is a
going to
very
get
good one,
hard
though.
once the WWE Hulu deal expires. Seeing it on Hulu? Possibly.
I'm talking about just on their YouTube or their TV and watching USA Network. That one will be on there no matter what. But it's like $55 or $65, $70. I don't know what YouTube or Hulu TV costs, but it's not cheap.
Mm-mm.
None of them are cheap.
No. And then they don't always have all of the channels.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want something specific, they don't include. You have to go get that package and then pay for that app to be able to stream it, which can range from
$5
to
and
$15.
Oh, we almost had a new United States champ.
Alita's like, Mennonites? Yeah, the Mennonites. Pickle's like, so are we like Gabaholics or Gab Gang? Gabsters?
Gabsters.
The Gabsters.
I like Gabaholic.
Gabaholics. Gabaholics.
We probably should name our community. Actually, you guys should probably name yourselves. And then we should use that as the community name.
Everybody should just say what they would want the Gab people to be called. Then what we do is we put it on the thing as a vote. Whatever gets the most votes.
Right.
It looks like Cookie Gab is going to be awesome. Cookie or cooking? Sophie says you have
Both.
to pay to get the Hulu Live dildo.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Yeah, you have to pay for everything, guys. You can get it for free, but that's just bad mojo.
Robbie says, Ayla, what kind of name is that? And CBP says, I'm the fuck bitch. Why?
Whoa.
Why are you? Why are you the fuck bitch?
Sounds fantastic.
What's going on? Why are we upset?
Oh, shit. He just punched him in the back of the knee?
It's like when you show up from
with wine coolers. Pirate Saxton shows up with wine coolers, just ruins the party. I love that Byron never has a comeback. Ever.
He just sits there and takes it.
Ever. Like, every once in a while, he'll be like, yeah, Corey, you jerk. You know, nothing like that even. But nothing. Like, he says nothing back. Like, you would know, Corey. Look at this! Drew McIntyre backdrops Sheamus, who then superplexes Damian. All three men scattered across the ring. Attention foodies.
What's going on? Magic-y melty stuff. The magic-y melty stuff, that's called cheese.
A chef smooch.
So he's like, SmackDown will be on FS1 in October for 2 weeks. Ayla says, I don't know, it's better than DNA. Nice. CBP says, why the fuck not, though? You don't want to do DNA? Why not?
What kind of DNA? What are we talking about?
Dalitha and Ayla for cooking gap.
Oh, DNA.
DNA.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was younger, my sister starts with an A and my cousin was a T, and we always were kind of around each other. So we were like, we should start something called AT&T. Ended up being a phone company.
That's fun. It was a phone company when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't know that. We were like 7. I was like 4. Those guys are way older than me.
CBP's like, why the F not, though? Sophie says not every cable company has USA Network in their package, though.
That's true, so you have to do your homework.
Right? If you have specific things you like to watch, then you'll do your research to see what channels they have.
But YouTube TV has that, but they won't have something else that you want. The ones you have to go with are like Direct, Dish, or other big cable companies.
Or even just your regular cable
But
provider
the Direct
in your
TV
area.
might not even have those. I think they don't have USA or something, or they got rid of it, or they did for a while, or
yeah, something.
There was all sorts of, like NBC was leaving them.
Yeah. Robbie says, Ayla, you are crazy. And Ayla says, I want it to be connected to wrestling, yeah, but obviously not about wrestling. Alita's like, Ayla is the best.
I'll come in there with a bandana and a tank top on.
Scratching your nutsack.
I don't do that in wrestling.
Let me tell you something. This is how you use a blender.
Put raw eggs in there and bzzz.
Ew. Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
That's how you make a shake. Protein shake. Eat the shells too. Fuck it.
Hama says, why don't you guys show the screen?
What?
It's called
Copyright
violations. We don't show screens because it's a copyright violation.
Then we get our channel taken down.
And we really,
and then
really
all the
don't
haters
want that
would be
to happen.
happy. That's good. We don't have any haters. That's how you know you're not big yet. We don't have any haters. We need haters.
Yeah. Sophie says, I only have Hulu, but not Hulu Live. Piccolo says, Philly cheesesteak sounds good, but it's not very healthy. Well, of course it's not healthy, people.
It's got bread on it. Yeah. Look at that big right hand. Look at this.
And it
This
says,
exchange of
because
blows in
I
the middle of
brought
the
it
ring.
up like a year ago and got made fun of. They're all like, ew, sounds like a strip club. It was like cooking with DNA. Cooking with DNA sounds like
Forensics.
forensics. Like, well,
It's a
you
forensic
wanna,
cooking
do
channel.
you want to learn how to clean up your crime scene? Cooking with DNA will help.
All right. They're cooking now.
Have you ever wanted to just spit in people's food? Cooking with DNA.
Right.
We
will show you all the secrets on how to get your saliva into their food.
Do you want to get a good turn on that loogie you want to put in there?
Did they send their order back? Let's teach them a lesson.
Piccolo says, if I had a channel, I would travel and be a foodie. Find pho, or pizza, or like best beers in a city.
I love that idea.
Well, come to our city. We've got a whole bunch of
Pubs.
brewery things that have popped up everywhere. Microbreweries.
Microbrewers. Look
And
at Damien,
then-
he's finally back. Big kick right to the back of Sheamus's head.
We have
Right
a
to
couple
choke
of like
slam.
pizza places that are not like franchises. And we have one in another city that's really good. And then we have another place here that actually does a Thai foo. I hope I'm saying it right. I knew how to say it at one point. I haven't said it for a while out loud. So I can't remember if I'm saying it right. Is it pho or is it foo? Anyways, it's a noodle
Tofu?
soup. No, it's a noodle soup. It's Thai.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's what you guys should do with your channel. Just go around to different restaurants and review it.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
And then come home and make something different. Just kidding.
Or, yeah, go to a restaurant and try to remake it at home.
Robbie says, Ayla, laughing. Ayla's like the adventure of Fat Lisa. The Adventures of Fat Lisa. There you go, Piccola. That's your channel. The Adventures of Fat
There it
Lisa.
is! Oh, Sheamus almost got put out.
Or Piccola
Shoot,
says,
Future Shock DDT!
feasting with Fat Lisa. Ah, that's funny. I was like, Ayla will be the one getting shown how to cook then. Vindicator's like, so Dalitha, I heard your guy Miz got released. So much for his future Hall of Fame status.
Sheamus got,
Miz?
got released. I had not heard that.
When did that happen?
It wouldn't be surprised if he did, though, by the way.
If it was actual news, Sophie would have said it. But Sophie's now saying if the Miz did get released, that will be major news since he is one of the guys that been there
top
forever.
Guy. But he's one of those big contracts that isn't being pushed, though. So I could see him getting cut. It wouldn't surprise me.
Sophie says Travis and Brandon should do their own channel called T&B.
TB.
Like they have tuberculosis. Vindicator says, I'm an undercover hater, Travis. Oh. Ayla's like, I can make a new account and come on and hate on y'all. Nice. Bigelow says, feasting with Fat Lisa. Ravi says, then the Miz is gone then. And Ayla says, that's a good one. Ravi says, D, I bet you would spit in people's food. Vindicator's like, apparently, Ravi. Ayla says, so, see, that's why I decided it wasn't a good name.
Drew kicks out. So Damien's not involved in this match very much.
No, I mean, he kind of is, but he just came in and broke it up. Piccolo says it's mostly ammonia-based cleaning products and a lot of bleach to get out blood, just saying.
Yeah, you just spray ammonia on it and walk away.
Sophie says
you don't need to get it out. You just need to get rid of the DNA.
Break down the DNA. Sophie says, every time me and my mom look to change cable companies, the USA Network isn't on there at all.
Yeah, it's tough.
Piccolo says, I like saying pho. Like, forget about it. That's what it is. It's pho. That's it. Pho. Walter says, go Drew, get the win. Ravi says, D, how you gonna spit in man's burger? Piccolo's like, gotta say, Sophie knows her stuff. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Sophie says, I don't think TNT and TBS are on every cable package either.
Nope,
Ayla
you
says,
have
hi,
to
Walter.
do your homework.
Walter says, on Wednesday,
Oh, shit!
I'll be here
that
for
put
AEW.
Sheamus out. Now it's just Damien.
20 minutes, 9:32 my time.
Sheamus is completely out.
He's out. Never
he just
going
got
to show up again.
Bro kick. Oh, there it is! Drew gonna get pinned right in the center of the ring, guys. Drew putting over Priest. Good for him.
Oh my god, how dumb is that? I just saw the dumbest thing happen on my TV. And dumb.
Why is that, man?
I don't know, it just is.
Now you hate Damien more than you hate freaking Drew.
I hate both of them. I just think it's pathetic.
You're like, nobody can win. I hate them all. It's not happening, by the way.
I didn't think so.
I figured it would pop up when I searched for it, if it was real.
They did it back in 2011. Do you think they would do it 10 years later?
Nah, I think he's too big. Plus, I can make movies with him. Whatever happened to WWE Studios? Look at this fucking guy.
Do
Looks
they
like
just
Manute
not
Bol.
do it anymore?
Did you see Manute Bol in the audience? You wouldn't know who Manute Bol was, so it doesn't make any sense. Watch this kid's arms.
Walter, the guy's name was Ryan.
See?
Oh. His name is Ryan Kegben. Cashbin. Anyways, yeah, he was the one. He told us to go check out Wrestling Revolver. It is really nice. He's just going around to smaller places and giving him super chats and donating. It was really nice of him.
Giving out money.
He was like, I'm fine with them talking about wrestling. I'm pretty sure I'm the only non-fan. Sophie's like, you did say you got non-wrestling fans as subscribers. You should do something for them, like a TV watch along with whatever they're fans of.
Right?
Robbie's like, damn.
Look at this, Drew.
Damo with the win.
Sends out the olive branch.
See, this is barf.
Said thank you.
Barf.
He said thank you because he put him over.
This is barf. That's so barf. Alita says, I'm paying $67 for YouTube TV. Robbie says, Ayla, you're defo something. Well,
Do you like YouTube TV? That would be the one that I would pick. YouTube TV.
YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm.
Ayla says, yeah, I'm not a wrestling fan. I think it's men in panties. It throws me. Sure. That's what it is. Men in panties. Yeah, 9 days ago.
That was 9 days ago already.
That's insane.
Time just does not slow down. You guys realize that from tomorrow when you wake up, 2 months from that minute, it's going to be Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And just under 4 months, it's going to be Christmas.
That's great.
4 months from tomorrow, it's going to be New Year's Eve. That's crazy to think of. Like, we're there. We're at the end of the year. Fall is here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess there's only 12 months, so it's 1/3 of the years left. That's kind of a big number.
Yeah, it is.
We get hoodie weather, and then you get a month of coat weather. Then you go back to hoodies.
Sure.
Well, I don't wear coats in
There's
late
a few
just
days where
January.
it's hoodies and coat weather.
Right. Yeah, I hope we don't have any of
What
those.
is it that's outside? Negative 25 degrees. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to go out in it. Better bundle up.
Get in the hot tub.
Vindicator says Drew versus Damien at Extreme Rules. It's as clear as day's setup. I'm here for it. Robbie says Vindicator was always going to be a setup. Sophie says I don't watch anything on TBS or TNT, and I only watch Raw on the USA Network.
Right.
Ayla says my birthday is in like 18 days.
It is. It's coming up.
You're going to be an old woman.
Sherion's is the 16th. Yours is the other day. I didn't know she wanted me to tell people. I think his wife's is in there. Talk Like a Pirate Day is the 19th.
Is
You
that
ready
during
for
the
that?
week?
I don't know. I don't know my days. What do I look like? A day counter? You could answer yes, because I do count my days. But it is a third. Nope, that's August. It's a Saturday. No, it's a Sunday. Arr.
Arr.
Bring Charlie on the. Hey, Charlie.
We'd have to put his little thing on him so he can't fly.
Where's he gonna go? Detroit?
No, because he'd just fly up and over there, and then we'd never get him back. It's not about flying to Detroit. Riley D, you better get your hoodies then. Vindicator says, I predict Travis and Talitha will dress up as Travis and Talitha for Halloween. Then Travis will get a new hat for Christmas from an anonymous person probably sitting right next to him, LOL.
I got 2 new hats. One is in Idaho that's sideways, that's supposed to be a gun, shooting a projectile out of the panhandle that is a pine tree. Don't ask me. I have no idea why. But I have a buddy that has that hat or shirt.
Yeah. What's wrong with it? You got a problem?
I don't have a problem.
Do you not like it?
Yo, I'll solve it is what you say the next
Are
time.
you going to, like, wear
Check
it?
out the hook.
Ayla says,
One
I'll
of my
be
DJ
43.
Revolver.
Sweet. Sophie's like, so what is Travis and Dee going to do for your birthday, Ayla?
I think it is a weekend.
I'm going to bend her over my knee and give her a good spanking.
Yes, we used to do that. We need to do that again. It looks like it is going to be on a weekend. No, never mind.
What is it? What's going to be on the weekend?
Her
birthday?
Trion's is on the weekend.
Oh.
Or on the weekend.
When's hers? In the middle of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. On Thursday. Anyways, we have Luke and Jade in the chat. Hey, Luke and Jade says hello to Letha and Trav. This is Jade.
Hello.
We're in quarantine till Saturday. When we fly back home where Luke can start recovery treatment. Did we miss anything decent on Raw? Not
They just had a triple threat match for the United States Championship with Drew McIntyre. It was pretty good.
But I mean, it's okay.
Before that, we had Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley, and I know he's a fan of Rhea Ripley, so Rhea Ripley did win that.
Yeah, she got a good roll up on Shayna.
Yeah, it was kind of...
And then kind of got beat up by Nia
Yeah,
some.
Nia took it right to her.
And Rhea came out with Nikki, so there's that, I guess. I don't know if I really... I guess
Yeah, there are a couple
decent.
like little groups.
But not like anything that's like, oh my god, that's what's happening.
Right, and we do have a great main event later on tonight. Bobby Lashley and MVP going for the tag team championships against RK Bro.
Right.
And right now we're going to hear from Goldberg. Who doesn't want to hear from Goldberg?
I don't know.
That's right. I think Trion's is the 18th.
Oh. Let's see. Picola says, I thought you were a superhero fan. That's on TNT and TBS a lot. Ayla says, they better throw me a funeral for my 20s. Ayla's like, I mean, my early or 40s.
Yeah.
Picola's like, what do I look like? A day planner? Vindicator says, I don't keep track of birthdays anymore. Robbie says, 43, Ayla's still young, I guess. Ayla's like, hi, Jade. Sophie says, what's the difference between YouTube TV and Hulu? They both sound like they could be the same thing. Ayla says, tell that to my back, ravioli. Looks like Luke and Jade are like, hi, Ayla. Ayla's like, Thursday. Because like, haha, slice like a ninja, cuts like a razor blade.
So fast. Yeah. That Saudi Arabia show looks like it's going to be October 21st. It's a Thursday day.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know if you have payrolls or anything.
Well, October is
Back to work.
quarterly month and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
But what is Thursday? What's that day? What are you talking about?
It's a pay-per-view. It'll be in the daytime.
Oh, I see.
Because it'll be a Saudi Arabia show.
And here's like Miss Jade is here, and I'm on my best behavior. Sophie said, did you guys see any Halloween stuff up already? I used to work at CVS, and they used to have Halloween stuff up 2 months before it. Yes, have seen a lot of Halloween stuff. If you go to Hobby Lobby here, they have Christmas stuff up. Lita says, call the community the chatty bunch. Ravi says, oh, Ayla is that bad. Piccolo says, oh, Luke, get well quickly, buddy. Ayla says, put some pants on, Vin. Wipe the chip dust off your gut. You're embarrassing us in front of Jade. Ravi's like, D, gas for Goldberg.
We did get a $100 super chat, though.
We did
That is exciting for the
That's
channel.
probably the most exciting thing that happened was for the channel.
Look
we
at
did get a
Goldberg.
$100 super chat, so
pretty
that
upset.
was cool.
He's not done. We're going to get another one of these.
Let's see. Vindicator says, I'm sorry, Illa. I just enjoy being comfortable, but I'm keeping my chip dust as a badge of honor. Alita says, Fuh. Vindicator says, I know, Miss Jade, I know. Luke and Jade said, Hulu TV has more of the paid cable channels on it, like
He's
FX
not coming
and
for that
sports
WWE
stuff.
Championship.
Ooh,
He's coming for a soul. So you guys, what I'm seeing happening here, I don't know if this is going to happen, but this is what I'm seeing, I'm envisioning. That's going to happen.
Right.
Big E cashes in.
Oh, okay.
It just makes a lot of sense. He's going to hurt him. But it's just weird because then all of a sudden Bobby, and then obviously Big E will have a feud because they can't keep that feud going with Goldberg. Because Goldberg doesn't wrestle enough.
Right.
But that could happen in Saudi Arabia.
True. It could. Because they probably would like him there. Anyways, Luke and Jade say Hulu TV has more of the paid cable channels on it, like FX and sports stuff, and YouTube TV has more local and basic cable channels. So that's some of the differences.
You got to get both of them. Just pay $180.
Yeah, you should.
And then just get cable. And then that way, if you're missing anything, you'll have it
He
back.
is trying to get his fake dog.
Oh.
Who is...
He's training the dog. Is that Tozawa? Oh, he caught that frisbee.
R-Truth.
Oh, look at that dog. That's terrifying.
Oh, God.
he got hit with a
He hit
frisbee.
him.
That's animal abuse.
That is
What
animal
that
abuse.
group? What is that group?
Where's PETA?
PETA.
I need PETA. Where's PETA?
I was going to say Fila, but I think that's a soccer organization.
That's also
Look at
some
that.
shoes. Charlotte's Web is in Oklahoma. It looks like a big spider.
Oh, there he goes through. Where are you going, dog? Reggie's all sorts of parkour.
Sophie's like, so in a way, Hulu and YouTube TV are kind of like regular cable then. Jade says, who accidentally hit the give money button? LOL, just kidding. Congrats. I know, right? You could just accidentally hit that weird money thing over there, and then you have to press like 5 other buttons. It's creepy. Vindicator's like, I like Goldberg glasses.
There he goes. Look at the dog.
Old.
Going right after him. Oh! Sunset flip over the top.
What
Smack.
the 5 fingers say to the face?
Slap. You got it. Slap.
Come on, puppy.
This is terrifying.
Alita's like, no, Sophie. Robbie says, big up D making that paper. Robbie's like, this 24/7 title is getting old fast. Gothlushy is in the chat saying, is that Pluto the dog? No, it's Tozawa. Every dog has its day. Except you. I act like a dog. Oh, man.
Tozawa's all sorts of upset at our truth. Our truth needs to be the mouthpiece of Bobby. Not Bobby, Brock.
Right?
It would just be perfect.
It would. It would be pretty funny, actually. Sophie says, we still have 8 more years of this Saudi Arabia deal. And Eva Marie's coming out, all by herself.
Way
Why?
better
Because
outfit.
Dewdrop said no.
Way better outfit.
Sure. Vindicator says, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. This is almost as bad as Bliss Playground.
That's probably coming up here pretty soon, too.
Well, we'll get to see that also, so.
Yeah, because she's going after Charlotte.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
she is. So, I know she has a long torso, but that outfit makes her torso even longer looking.
I think she should have worn the cape with it, because she looked like Maleficent or something.
She's so funny. Then here's like squash match coming up with Eva. Dewdrop versus Eva. Ooh, up next on Raw. There's your excitement, Jade and Luke, right there.
Yeah, it's not going to get much better than this. If they love Liv, they'll love Eva, right? Eva's a little bit prettier.
I don't think that's how it
Is she
works
better
in
on the
Marvel.
mic, maybe, even?
I don't know. They're both pretty bad.
It's got to be close, though. I think Eva's probably a little better on the mic. Scary stuff. Malignant.
Malignant.
Cut it off.
It's a good word.
What is that? Meat?
Mm-hmm. And cheese. Luna's in the chat. Hey, Luna says making the mouse will go crazy that Pluto has been missing.
He could. He'd go ape shit.
Sophie says, are they going to give us Goldberg versus Roman at Survivor Series, the match we were supposed to get at last year's Mania?
No.
Mm-hmm. And Robbie says, dumpling ready. You unleash. What? Or is like D hyping up the dull matchups as always.
Hyping up the dull matches.
Right.
She loves Eva Marie.
Which is hilarious because I told you Raw sucked, yet you're still here watching it.
It's the best show on TV.
Sophie says Molly Holly is a producer in the WWE now.
Fantastic.
And Alita's going for Dewdrop for the win. And
For
Vindicator's
Dew,
like,
huh?
no, Travis. Liv is way prettier than Eva. But
Okay,
Eva is
come
better
on.
at running her mouth and saying nothing. Sophie says, we are in the 3rd year of this 24/7 championship thing.
I'm going to disagree on the pretty part.
No, Liv is way prettier.
Well, not even close. I mean, Liv is pretty, but she's not Eva pretty. And Eva's body is on another level.
Alita says, not fall here's yet. And Robbie says, D, I thought you care about your views. Not when you're around.
She's so friendly. Univision. Is that where you only see one thing at a time?
I don't think that's what that means. On. Alita's like, I watch other stuff. I was like, gee, that's so hurtful. If it's so hurtful, why are you laughing about it? You're so full of crap.
You do kind of wish that Eva Marie was really good on the mic, like fire, like Bliss or something, because she would be a fantastic valet.
Yeah.
But she just doesn't have that.
She doesn't. It's sad. Sophie says, it will be interesting if Raw got 2.1 million viewers this week. Picola says, I think comparing those two wrestlers is like comparing skin rashes.
I'm okay with that.
No, I have the worst rash. No, I have the worst rash. Sorry. Oh, Luke and Jade are like, to me and Luke, Liv is much prettier because we tend to go for more natural looking and emo goth looking girls, you know. And Univision is a Spanish TV station, you goober.
Yeah, just saw that. They were speaking in English. At the very end, they said Latino. At the very end, they said Latino.
You're like, Univision's like, it's Spanish TV. You freak.
I just thought it was one thing at a time.
Plus, Eva is so full of fake Tanner. What? She ...
This is like the worst storyline I've maybe
I like
ever
that
seen
montage.
in the women's division.
The montage
maybe
was nice.
maybe Alexa Bliss is pretty bad, but just because they got rid of the Fiend, like Bliss's doesn't make sense anymore.
Right. Yeah, she's getting old and tired too. Vinegar's like, Travis should see Eva without makeup. He would still like her.
I've seen
He
her
would
without.
realize she is no Anna Jay or Liv Morgan. Pickle says, I'm making breakfast burritos. Just had a hankering.
You cannot put Liv Morgan in that category, guys.
What do you put in your breakfast burritos? Yeah, I would never ever put Anna Jay in the same category as Liv Morgan and Eva Marie. I would put Anna Jay above them, actually.
Yeah, she's
like
in a different
way,
stratosphere.
way above them. In looks, her wrestling, her body style.
Liv isn't gross. I just feel like she doesn't work. At her body's soft. Like, she had this weird strap thing around her leg, and it was like inside of her softness because it was so tight. Does that make sense?
It was in her softness. Inside her.
Inside you. Alone to be.
Picola, what do you put in your breakfast burritos?
Yummy.
As we're waiting for Dewdrop to make it all the way into the ring. Robin says, no, Liv Defo better looking than Eva. Sophie says Nikki Bella is a lot prettier than Eva Marie.
Look at that. From behind.
And Alita agrees, but I don't know who she agrees with. Sophie says if they do end the brand split at some point, that could be a good for both networks, even though both networks want different set
I
of
feel
rosters.
like if they did the brand split, which they're not going to do, but if they did it, it would be good for the women's division. Mm-hmm. And then you get one title with a mid-card title. We haven't even had a match yet. Oh, this match isn't even going to happen. Well, after that attack from behind.
Dewdrop's a bully. Dumpling is a big, big bully.
Is that her name now, Dumpling?
No.
Oh.
But Robbie calls her that, so it's funny and I like it, so I'm going to continue to call her Dumpling.
She reminds me of Amy.
Farrah Fowler?
The girl I hang out with on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, yeah. Nicola says, what is the worst WWE women's storyline? I think maybe the Bella twins turning on each other. I don't know. What's happening right now is pretty bad.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad storylines.
And that's not just the storyline. That's like the whole women's division.
What they did to Asuka all through the pandemic was a horrible storyline.
Mm-hmm.
None. They put her in tag teams, guys. She never even defended her title. And then when she finally did, she lost it.
Yep.
That was sad.
But Walter's out for the night. He says, bye, guys. See you Wednesday at 8 p.m. for AEW. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us. Robbie says, Dumpling has killed Eva. Sophie says, squash match. And Piccolo says, chorizo, scrambled eggs, 2 to 3 cheeses, diced tomatoes.
Oh, Charlotte's wearing something different. Looking like underwear. No.
Did she say splatter her body? Ravi was very, very entertained by that last
She's gonna go slay
match.
that nasty Kraken, Nia Jax. That's what she just said. Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen! Sorry, I'm not there. I can't get the chant started.
Ravi's like, what a match.
Oh!
Yeah, he liked it.
Karrion Kross, another mid-card match. Who's he gonna decimate tonight? What the fuck?
His mask, I hope. Vinegar says, like I said, Eva is good for nothing but squash matches. She actually makes Zelina Vega look valuable, which is difficult to do. Robbie says square in a matchup. And Sophie says yesterday marked 5 years since Kevin Owens won the Universal Championship.
Dang. It's been a minute. And he's nowhere near winning it again.
Alita's like, you're 5 minutes behind.
Nuh-uh. You just need to fast forward your thing.
Sophie's like, when will Scarlett show up? I don't know, but I'm getting sick of not seeing her.
We're like 2 seconds behind.
Mitigator says, long live the gladiator Karrion Kross. Alita says, never mind. Char looks like a drag queen.
A drag queen, huh? Tell that to Tom. He might drive all the way down to Georgia. Pay you a visit.
Some of those drag queens are really pretty. Have you ever seen Tu Wong Fu? Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Holy crap. Wesley Snipes
hold on
make
a
a
second.
really
Is that
good
a
drag
movie?
queen. Yeah.
No, I've never seen it. I'd never even heard of it till you just said that. Just now.
You've seen it. I think you've watched parts of it with me.
Say the title again.
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
I'm pretty sure I would remember something even remotely close to that. That doesn't even sound remotely familiar.
It has Wesley Snipes in it.
Okay.
It has Patrick Swayze.
That's pretty funny. I think I remember this.
And
I
it
just
has,
didn't know what it was called. I've never seen it though.
He's a Hispanic guy.
Yeah, the guy he plays the little the sloth on the Ice Age. I used to know his name. I can't believe I don't know it. Ray Liotta. I'm just kidding. It's not Ray Liotta.
I know it's not. Anyways.
But yeah, I
They're all
remember.
drag queens.
I remember them making that movie, but I've never seen that movie.
I think I've been watching it and you watch parts of it with me. Maybe not the whole thing, but like a little bit. But not like the whole thing.
I just put that in my ear and somebody's whispering in it.
Oh, the Burger King commercial
I
again.
don't like these commercials. I've been taking it out for the commercials.
Anyways. That one actually is really good. I actually like that movie. Patrick Swayze makes a pretty good woman.
Patrick Swayze's awesome. Too bad he's DED.
And it's so funny to see Wesley Snipes as a drag queen because he's so muscular. You're just like...
Looking like Jade
What?
Cargill.
Yeah, almost.
Well, Patrick Swayze's pretty muscular,
But more
too.
manly, like, muscle build, but yeah.
You ever seen Top Cop? With Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro?
Oh,
Top Cop.
maybe.
He's like, I'm a Wesley Snipes type. You'd put me with Wesley Snipes type. Have you really never seen that? That's a pretty good one.
I think I've seen parts of it, but I don't think I've
dramas.
ever like watched the whole thing.
It's got Rene Russo in it. She's like,
John Leguizamo.
yeah.
I had to look up his name because I was like, I know it starts with like a J, but
Has
I was...
Rene Russo in it, and she's trying to put together a reality cop show.
Of like real cops?
Uh-huh. Robert
Okay.
De Niro's like a hardcore detective. That's who they want in it for sure, because he's a badass.
Uh-huh.
And then they're trying to get like a different type, a Wesley Snipes type. And it's Eddie Murphy.
Huh. I'll have to watch it. I'm sure I've probably seen parts of it, but I probably just never watched the whole thing. It's kind of like watching 48 Hours. You're just kind of like, I forgot he was in that movie. Oh, let's see. Robbie says, yeah, D, I loved it as much as you did. What was that? Tu Wong Fu? Robbie says, Humberto, what a twat. He's gonna get served up. Sophie says, I wonder how long it will take until they decide to change Cross' outfit again. Alita
Hopefully
says,
8
tell him
days.
to bring it. Vindicator says, contain your excitement for Humberto tonight, Dalitha. He may be treated as fresh meat to the slaughter with carrion.
Is that who it is?
I guess. They're talking about Humberto, so it must be Humberto. Alita says, it was good. Sophie says, I know someone who doesn't watch Raw and SmackDown weekly. They watch football or baseball instead, and they sometimes misses a pay-per-view.
Wow.
Cool. Sophie's like, AEW is going to debut in Long Island a couple weeks after the WWE does in December.
Yeah,
Sophie
WWE
says-
is going to be in Chicago shortly after All Out.
Sophie's like, I only miss one Raw and SmackDown, and I think one WWE pay-per-view, and I always miss Raw, AEW. You know, what's funny is I missed a lot of these for years and years and years, and was quite happy with my life. And then I got suckered into watching it. I like his music.
Yeah, and he's going to lose pretty quick. Well, hopefully they let him get a few moves in. Like an AEW match would be nice here.
It's probably Bad Bunny music. That's probably what his music is.
Roger Rabbit.
Possibly. So he's like, this Wednesday is the 100th episode of AEW Dynamite. Sweet. Alita says Julie Newmar was the first drag queen that's famous.
Huh. I like RuPaul.
Alita's like Humberto. Humberto Carrillo.
The only one I know the name of.
Go Humberto. Yay. Fly on top of him.
That's it, bud! Oh.
Oh, he got
Probably
out
not
of
going to
it
get
too
any more
fast.
quick roll-ups on Karrion Kross anytime soon. Looks
No.
like they're doing a heavy push.
For Carrion? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing... That's why they're putting him up against these mid-card guys. And then he'll dominate them.
Yeah.
He sure needs the blondie with him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I feel like he's a little vanilla without that on the outside.
Yeah, I don't like the...
Maybe he needs to get so out of control that they have to bring her in to tame him. So he doesn't kill anybody.
Right. That's it.
Now that he's wearing his
Crab
barbarian
is like,
outfit.
LOL, Humberto getting squashed. And Rally's in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Rally.
Rally. Says, hi, Travis Dalitha. Hope you okay. Did you see the Iconics got a new tag team name? They're called The Inspiration. Now, love them to love stream things from UK.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
thanks.
did see that they were a new tag team again. I didn't see their name, though.
Where are they at?
I don't think they've signed anywhere yet.
Oh.
but
they're
they're
back
back together.
together.
Yeah, and they're taking sexy pictures and putting them on Insta and stuff. Probably the Twitter sphere also.
Cool.
Anyways, Karrion Kross taking an elbow right to Humberto.
Sophie says it's funny Chicago gets both the WWE and AEW either in the same month or a couple weeks after each other. Yep. And Robbie says Humberto is a jobber. You know, he wasn't for a while. Like, they tried to
It's
push
too
him
bad.
into a
But
title.
yes, basically he is.
And then
I
they
thought
did
for
this
sure we
with
were going to
him.
see him as U.S. champion.
I know, right?
I thought that was happening.
I was hoping they would. But they're probably like, no, you broke his nose, so you're out. Like, we don't want to see that.
No botches. Sheamus is probably the last guy you want to actually hit in the face with a real fight. He might be one of the baddest dudes in the locker room.
I bet you anything they're like good friends in the back.
I'm sure they were.
Alita's like, RuPaul has his own show now that does pretty well. Yeah, he does his drag queen show. I don't know if it's on any of the major networks, though, because all I see it as is saying that it moved to Paramount Plus, and I'm not going to go get an app just to, like, try to watch a drag show. That looks
or any
show,
interesting. Except for wrestling. That's how I am.
Ravi's like, Defo is a jobber. And Sophie says, I think the WWE is coming to Idaho at some point.
It could. It does hit Boise every once in a while.
Every 20 years.
It usually is house shows, though. So this match has went on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I'm pretty impressed by Alberto, even though he's getting manhandled most of the match. Look at him fighting his way out of it, though. Alberto, big kick, crosses off his feet. Alberto, big missile drop kick. It's showboating too much. That's not going to help you. Gets tossed to the outside. Cross follows him. Gets clotheslined right against top rope. Alberto all the way up top. High risk, high reward. Ran right into something. Is that a forearm? It's over, guys. A Saito suplex. We just call it a belly to back where I'm from. Now he's going to choke him out. Alberto's already tapping. Already tapping. It's over. Karrion Kross.
Somebody's like...
Golf clap for that one.
Someone's like, with New York, you need a vaccine to go everywhere. I don't believe that, but okay. Crow's like, good night, Humberto. Sweet dreams, my sweet Hispanic prince.
The Latino.
Look at fucking Byron Saxton's face.
Yeah.
Look at his
He's pretty funny.
face. He's just like, I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm not supposed to say anything.
You have no words to say, Brian.
I'm so angry and I can't say anything.
Yeah, why was Nia even out there if she's against Shayna?
Well,
Or was she talking about those two?
she's talking about those two.
Oh, because she was saying those two, and it made it look like it was Shayna and Nia.
She's talking about Rhea.
There's that
Nikki.
big splat that she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's another splat. Oh, another splat!
Sophie says, you know there are a few YouTube channels that are doing what you are doing? Yeah.
Good.
There's a lot of channels that actually do stuff like this, not just us wrestling. There's a lot of channels that just watch and react to things. In fact, I follow one from South Korea. It's called Reacting.
That's pretty funny. We should try to buy some rights to some movies and watch those ones. Like, just like short, like things that you can rent to watch and they can see it and then do it that way. Like Mystery Science Theater, basically, is what we're doing, in a way. You ever seen that shit? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that was so funny. It was like in the 90s.
And they like watch it and like make fun of it.
The whole time.
Oh.
Nia.
James Satello's in the chat. Hey, James says, do wrestlers eat at McDonald's? I'm sure some of them probably every once in a while do. Why not?
I would assume that one owns stock in McDonald's or two. but I have no idea.
Oh, yeah?
Well, there's a lot of good stock in McDonald's. McDonald's is a good one. Coca-Cola's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, so Square in a fight tonight? Yep.
Happening next.
Alita says, sure. And Vindicator says, be back in 30 minutes. And Sophie says, John Cena is going to be on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions next month.
Do you not want to see Bliss show up?
He doesn't want to see Square.
Well, yeah, but Bliss is going to show
Alita
up.
says, okay, then Char is next. And Ayla says, Wrestling Gab is the only wrestling reaction show on YouTube.
Well, the only one worth watching. No, I like. There's a few out there that I love.
Joe DeBest.
Joe DeBest's out there. Some of them are so big that you can't get an edge, a word in edgewise unless you pay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Alita says no. Sophie says there's Wrestling Days, some channel called Showstopper TV. Joe the best, and you guys do what you guys do.
Yes.
It says we know, and Robbie's like, there will be interference in the match. Will there?
Yes.
What kind of interference, Robbie? Give us what you think's gonna happen. Tell us all about it in your UK-ness.
UK-ness? Is that a thing? UK-ness?
Yep. It's a thing. Ayla's like, no, you're the only ones. Sweet.
You're the only one.
We've cornered the market. Piccola disappeared because he's making breakfast burritos with eggs and chorizo and
this late at
cheeses night. And yeah, he said he just got a hankering for a breakfast burrito, so he's like, I'm just gonna make them.
Fuck yeah. Get her done.
There he is. Piccolo's there. He made it back from his burritos.
How was it?
Ella says, don't use the UK-ness. Gross. And Sophie says, I don't know how different those channels are compared to you guys. I have never heard of Showstop TV before. I have no idea. Robbie says, Rhea, Shayna, and Ash might show up. Yeah, they might. So that's your prediction, that they're going to show up, and that's where the interference
Rhea
is
and
coming
Ash,
from?
huh?
Piccolo says, I can say it's nice to be able to conversate and have a quality community, not just some buttheads talking smack.
Right, and that's what happens in a lot of those bigger chat rooms. We need to get a couple haters in here.
So we can ban them. And then wait like a month and then unban them and see if they show back up. Robbie's like, Ayla, my UK-ness is cool. And Ayla's like, well, this is Wrestling Gab. It's literally a mix of wrestling and gabbing. And Ayla's like, Robbie, your UK-ness is disgusting. Pico says, oh, well, haven't taken a bite yet. I wash all the pans first.
There you go.
Oh my god, seriously?
That's very
So,
smart.
like, all your food's cold now. That's not how it works. You're supposed to eat your food while it's hot and yummy.
What the hell is this?
So Piccolo, this is how I make my breakfast burritos since we're on a commercial real quick. So I take tater tots and I thaw them so that they're really easy to mush up, right? And then I pan fry them like really crispy and I set them aside. And then I make sausage, or you could do chorizo, and eggs, right? And sometimes I do sausage and bacon and egg. So you make your sausage or bacon and then you put it together and you put your egg in there and you mix it all together so you have all of it. And then I have the tater tots you put on your flour tortilla, and then you put your tater tot hash browns, and then you put your eggs, sausage, mix whatever stuff, and then your cheese, and then whatever you put on there, like your tomatoes or salsa or hot sauce or whatever. That's how I make my breakfast burritos. Because it's good with tater tots.
Cooking Gab.
It's the best. Tater tots for your potatoes is the best way to go. Let's see. Bill McMahon's in the chat. Hey, Bill says
Bill.
WWE is dumb for letting Bray Wyatt leave.
Oh, right.
Alita says chorizo and eggs. Sophie says, I like talking wrestling with people who actually watch wrestling. I don't know that many people that watches wrestling like I do.
Right. That's how I am too.
Luke and Jade are back. There is a reboot of Mystery Science Theater 3000 on YouTube Premium starring Felicia Day and the original robots.
That's pretty funny.
It was written by the original guy from the original. It's just as funny. That's cool. That's pretty funny. Travis was like talking about it, and then you guys come in and you're like, and they have a reboot of that. Did you know? It's like, no, we had no idea. It was like, that's why you don't like me, ha ha ha. Sophie says, I like you, Ayla. Alita's like, well, I don't want to be banned. Alita's like, but I can play a hater. Well, we know you. So if you come in with a different name.
Randy's stupid and old.
Why are you guys so gross looking? You guys are all wrinkly. Robin's like, Ayla, what I do? Laughing. Bill McMahon says, I barely paid attention tonight. Sophie's like, I used to have friends to watch wrestling with, then all of a sudden I ended up watching wrestling by myself.
Yep, that's how it goes. Like, they all graduate and go elsewhere, get families, and their wives don't let them watch it anymore.
Which is so weird to me. I don't understand that concept. I really don't. Like, I mean, like I never was like, oh my god, you can't watch wrestling. It's like, go, run, go watch wrestling with your friends. Like, please, please go.
I bet you're a pretty good eater. You're big.
You're a pretty good eater. You're big. Jeez.
Nyla and Charlotte.
Alina says I use pico de gallo. Yeah, fresh salsa is good too. It says I always use my leftover taco meat and make a breakfast burrito. Pulled pork taco meat, eggs, potatoes, and whatever goes well with tacos. Yeah. It says
ketchup.
What? Disgusting. No.
I'll always put ketchup on that stuff. If there's meat, ketchup.
So nasty. James Patella says, was it Jim Cornette that got mad at the lady at Dairy Queen, or was it Bobby Heenan?
I have no idea. I don't know the story.
Ayla says, I used to have friends, but I had kids.
That'll get rid of them.
Robbie says, Ayla, I'm lost with your chat.
Look at this.
And Ayla's like, Robbie, shh.
Charlotte's robe looks like Karrion Kross's pants with those little tassel things in the front.
What is this, like, some weird, like...
Gladiator days.
Gladiator days with the fucking WWE
It's
Raw
like-
people in
it's
little
like-
outfits.
Roman outfits. Not Roman Reigns, the Roman Empire.
Luke and Jade. Jade says, Luke makes the best breakfast burritos. He uses large burrito shells, and he makes potatoes O'Brien, adds chorizo, mozzarella, cheddar cheese, homemade liquid cheese, barbecue sauce, and puts it in a wrap. See, without the cheese stuff and just the barbecue sauce, Travis would just be like, this is delicious. Me, I'm like, I like cheese on my stuff, but I like my shredded cheese. So I'm good with like shredded Colby or shredded mozzarella and cheddar. But
What about
I'm
the
not a
Jumpin'
big
Jack
fan
one, the hot one?
You know, I mean, I like it on certain things, but I'm not a fan of it on my breakfast burritos.
There's the queen.
Robbie's like, Ayla, you're so confusing. And Ayla's like, Luke was supposed to send us recipes.
I wonder if that head thing makes the crowd noise seem weird, because it all funnels right to your ears.
Maybe.
That is your champion, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte. And her weird
Charlotte
outfit.
Flair.
Her weird ass robe she has going on there. Sophie says, whenever I go to a party or to someone else's house, I get shy and I try to find something in common with whoever. Yeah, it's usually how you do it. Ayla says, it's working, Robbie. As Ayla's confusing. Robbie says, Ayla must be. Picola says, yes. Yeah, true, kids take away your free time. Glad I just have cousins. James says,
Oh, Charlotte jumps out of the
ring. What do you
ring.
think of Dominic as a heel?
I don't think much of Dominic at all. He never crosses my mind.
Who is he?
He's Rey Mysterio's son.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Robin's like, square bringing back the peacock.
Yes, he needs to attack his dad, be a heel for a while, and then ride away into the sunset.
Stuff is like, my mom only watches wrestling with only the Rumble. Piccolo says, but on the same token, I would share my love of wrestling and Marvel, etc. to Munchkins as well.
Yes.
It doesn't always work out. They grow up and hate it.
Sometimes.
Many a times that Travis used wrestling moves on his daughter.
Yeah, she likes wrestling, but not the actual show on TV.
Yeah.
But that's because she had to go home. If she would have lived with me the whole time, she would have liked it.
Probably. But my man says, did Nia injure Charlotte last time they faced, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time they wrestled each other. But yeah, no. Yes, you're right, and
But
no,
not the
you're not
last
right.
time.
Well, yes, but it wasn't real. It was a fake one. She had to go get her boobs redone, and so they wrote her off of TV with Nia hurting her, throwing her into a garbage can or something.
That's right. I remember that now.
Yeah, but she wasn't really hurt. She was hurt from her boobies.
Robbie
And then she
says,
lopped them off, and now they're all tiny, and
Robbie
she's
says,
got a different body now.
not my champ, might be yours. Well, it was for her health.
I get it.
I
I'm not
understand
complaining
why she
about
did it, and I'm glad that she found a way to adjust to that and accept that that's how it was going to be, because
Right.
that's really hard.
I get it.
I mean,
She's got a different body now,
and she probably had a hard time dealing with it too.
right? And she did it with exercise.
So instead, she went to the gym and worked out and lost her ass. She's like, well, if I'm flat up front, I might as well be flat back in the back too.
Let's be really thin.
Bill McGinn says, Indra, and Ayla says, my kids like, what?
Her kids like something.
Blippy and Baby Shark, we have nothing in common. Sophie says, I don't even watch wrestling in the living room like I used to. Alita says, now I see why Vindicator leaves. Don't you, Alita? Do you see it? Do you really see it? Bill Mimic says, storyline injury. James says, what wrestler had the move, the cross-face chicken wing?
Well, the crossface crippler was Chris Benoit. But I don't know about a
Cross-face
crossface
chicken wing?
Bob Backlund? Bob Backlund had that.
Sophie guessed Bob Backlund, too. There you go. Robbie says, D with the square info. She's a woman. Like, I look at it from a woman's point of view, not because she's square and I know her. Sophie says, wait till your kids become teenagers, Ayla. They'll hate her. It's okay. Piccolo says, that's Bob Backlund. And Alita says, shake that, Nia.
Yeah, she was going all out, wasn't she? Smacking it, too.
Exercise the demon.
I have exercised the demon.
Fucking Ace Ventura. That's totally from Ace Ventura. We have exercised the demon.
What's he say right after that?
You like that? You like
As he's walking out.
Uh-huh. Robbie's like, all I see is Nia botching bad in the match.
It happens.
It's kind of her trademark, Robbie. You just have to go with it.
Charlotte pulling a Rick. That was Ric Flair's patented move
When
right
your
there.
blood type is gold. That's all you can do when your blood type is gold.
Don't break it, Charlotte. Get disqualified.
Ayla's like, if they're like me as a teenager, I'll hate them. James says, I don't think Brock Lesnar will beat Roman Reigns.
Yeah, they might have brought him back to put Roman over. I was thinking that myself.
Give him more oomph or whatever you want to call it.
And if Brock makes enough money, he don't care. His legacy's already set in stone.
Robbie's like, oh, D-I-C. Oh, do you, though? Do you have your glasses on so you can see? It's good.
Charlotte's didn't take it to the limit.
Nia in her weird S&M latex outfit she's got on
Oh,
tonight.
shit. Charlotte's almost hurt herself right there.
Yeah, she
That
put
coulda
her
hurt us.
leg down. Why'd she do that?
Wow, didn't even get a 1 count.
She does that a lot sometimes. Instead of falling, she puts her foot down. Like, so she almost, like, breaks her ankle to, like, break her fall. It's like, oh my God, stop doing that.
I remember in football practice that I always try to land on my sides. My coach would get so mad at you. because that's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
You need to land flat on your back. I just hated it.
Right. Well, it knocks the wind out of you.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Ayla says, ew, Ravioli wears glasses. Gross. I don't know.
Charlotte, look
Just
at that.
making
Just
up shit.
outsmarting her.
He just seems like a
Over the
glasses type of
top.
person.
Right down on to Nia.
Yeah, come on, tell him. James Sotelo says, if you ask me, Reigns is a better champion than Hogan was.
Well, that's a good thing nobody asked you. No, I'm just teasing.
Well, that's just your stupid opinion. Nobody wants to listen to your
absurd.
stupid
It's
opinion.
absurd, but it's fine. Anybody can have their own opinion.
That's an absurd opinion. Nobody believes that.
Hogan carried the company when there was like 7 million people a night watching, when it was live.
Ayla's like 4 eyes, and Robbie's like, I do actually. See, he just seemed like the type of person that wears glasses. See?
Like Hulk Hogan had a match on Saturday night. It was Saturday night main event. It was live. Like 30 plus million people watched it. Now think about that. I mean, these guys are trying to get to 2 million.
Right?
30 million people watched it. That's a kind of a difference in disparity.
Yeah. I would have to say that Hogan was probably a better champion then, if he could get 30 million people to watch him.
Right. I'm just saying, it was the glory days of wrestling. They call it the golden era for a reason.
Well, of course
Like,
they
people
do.
loved it back then. And Vince hadn't come out and said it was fake. Vince did eventually. He didn't want to play the gaming board in New York. He just didn't want to pay him money. And he said, look, it's fake. The outcome's set up by us. And they're like a lot of people were just like, and they stopped watching. Like, what the fuck? You thought it was real? You hillbilly?
Hello?
What does that even mean? I don't know. It's on that Wedding Crashers.
Oh.
Hillbilly? What does that even mean? I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought I'd say it.
Sounds like an insult.
Ayla's like, he does seem like the glasses wearing type. Yuck. Alita's like, the extension. Ayla's like, does not. Dies. Oh, I like dies. Robbie's like, Ayla and D with the hella disrespect. Whatever. Ayla wears glasses. Pfft. I used to wear glasses. And then I went and got LASIK. It's the best decision of my life. Alita says, well, Robbie, you like it. It's right, huh, Alita? He doesn't leave. He just comes back for more, doesn't he? It's the UK-ness in him. He likes that sarcastic, dry sense of humor. It was like Robbie thrives for the disrespect. It's the only way I know how to show love. I know you're home. It's just weird.
Right?
Robbie's like, Alita laughing. This guy don't like money. As he's leaving the guy's big mansion. Kevin Hart.
Right.
Shaq's dick. Shaq's dick doesn't like money. It was like, I actually do wear glasses. I refuse contacts, but Robbie is from the UK, so it's completely different. Is it? Does it make a difference? Robbie's like, LOL, big eyes.
That's funny.
We're back from that commercial break. You know, of course, Nia just having a great time with old Char out there. Charlotte's like, let me run out of the way real quick. Alita's like, well, I didn't know that until I was offered a job with WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Ayla says yes. Oh, jeez. Char just stepped on her gut. What you looking up? Stuff. People is at Robbie. Where's Jersey? Adam Blampede is from there. Blampede? Jersey? Blampede? What a weird name. Oh, she missed her. Oh, got kicked in the face by Char.
33 million viewers
And
for
those
that
33
fight.
million people saw the greatest and most batshit insane piece of Vince McMahon creative writing.
Yep. It's when they brought out Twins, the referee.
We're like, what the fuck?
Remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah, I want to see Roman Reigns, The Rock, see if they can get 33 million people watching.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
Let's see.
that's your heavy hitters, right?
Let's see him pull that out of their
See if they can
buttholes.
get...
Ravi says, "LOL, what is this roast Ravi during the ads? I would join in, but oh wait, that's me. Oh, but it's always fun to roast thyself."
Charlotte shoots right onto Nia's shoulder, maybe?
Do you talk in
Samoa drop!
Shakespearean talk?
Well, what is Charlotte doing?
I don't know.
She's holding her like a weird toddler that's just struggling.
She was trying to get
Oh!
away from her. She can't do that on her. She's too big.
Oh, Russian leg sweep. 1, 2, and... Nia.
You're gonna have to work harder, Char.
Charlotte,
She's a
you're
big
going to have
girl.
to do more.
You're gonna have to break her down.
Quit looking like Cher and get your job done.
You have to break her down like she's a giant.
Take out those knees.
Ayla's like, Robbie, shut your sausage wallet mouth. Go clean your glasses. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
All right, Charlotte trying to get back up. She hasn't got back up yet, and she's the one with the offense.
Right?
Coming behind there is that
Oh.
chop block. Take
That's
out
what
that
she
knee.
need. Gotta take out those knees.
Now put her in that figure 8. Look at that. Taking out those legs.
Alita's like they trying to start a street fight. Who's starting a street fight?
Yeah, I don't care how good the car is. If it's only got 3 tires on it, it's not going to move very far.
That's true. It's very true.
Charlotte's basically a spike strip.
Is she?
She's trying to work that tire right off of her.
She finally decided she should do that.
Pushing her with both hands in the back of the head. Very disrespectful. Oh, look at her shaking that ass. Smacking it, too.
Oh.
Oh, Charlotte got a little too,
Confident.
yeah, a
and
little too...
whatever. Showboaty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, poor Nia's outfit's just coming apart at the seams.
She put a lot of trust into those seams. Just say it. She trusted the seams. And the seams are falling apart on her.
Pickles, like, does anyone watch Eastbound and Down?
I have seen parts of it because I thought it was going to be a Burt Reynolds thing. Oh, shit!
Ouch.
New champion. Boom. Not a champ, though, but she did pin Charlotte right in the center of the ring.
Damn, that hurt.
Just almost threw her through the floor. Nia Jax just won that straight up against the women's champion.
She did.
Nia Jax looks like she's getting a big push.
I don't understand why they're still standing there. It's weird. Robbie says Jersey is in the Channel Islands, but I have never been.
Oh.
What? It's not like your country's that big. It's like the size of our Florida.
What is it? Great Britain?
England. Bagel says, oh boy, what's there to show, Charlotte? I don't know. Robbie's like, no interference. Who knew? Nobody. We expected it. You were...
I thought Charlotte was going to win that.
Well, it's hard because they're both bad guys, right? So...
Well, yeah, that's just weird that Charlotte would lose. But I guess it's better to lose now than in a title match.
Right. She's not going to bask in her own glory.
She's just basking it.
She's like, give me my goddamn title, beesh.
So the champion lost
Against
fair and
this
square
team.
in the middle of the ring. That's just weird.
It is weird.
Raw Tag Team Championship coming up soon.
Broship. Alright, Vindicator, you can come back. The square is gone. Excuse me, sorry,
That
guys.
Scooter helped him last week. Remember, he attacked Almost with it. Umos.
Amos. Robbie says the UK is a lot bigger than you think, D. Oh, no, it's not. It's not at all. You guys are like, oh my God, it's like 2 hours away. That's a long drive. And for us, it's like 2 hours is nothing. That's fucking nothing.
It takes over 3 hours just to get half our state. I don't know how big England is, but
according to Robbie, it's ginormous.
what a splash hole.
Splash hole? Gross.
That splash hole ran off, went back to Hollywood, he said. So they're fighting tonight, 1-on-1. Sucks to be you. What a splash hole. What if he comes up with this shit on his own?
Well, I'll tell you this much, Ravi. Our state of Alaska is 7 times the size of the UK. And they're adding up all 4 countries of the UK: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Texas, our state of Texas, is almost 3 times the size of the UK, and our state of California is almost twice as big. So that tells you
We're probably around the same size then.
So that tells you what it is. So the 11 states that dwarf the UK are Alaska, Michigan, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, and California.
Right. We're not quite there.
Not quite. Are bigger than. Yeah. Those are the 11 states in our country that are bigger than.
Right, but you're just talking about square feet or whatever.
Square miles.
There's more people in England than most of those states. Not California or Texas.
True.
But
They are. Because they have to be, right? They are all so stuck together. That's a small place, so they're going to have them be right on top of each other. But it's just funny.
they definitely got more people than Alaska has.
Right? Ayla says, so it's like the size of Texas instead of New York? No, it's not. James says, has a world champion ever held tag titles and intercontinental titles at the same time?
No. I don't think anybody's ever had 3. I mean, they could have done it for a fun little storyline for a minute, but I don't remember it.
Robbie says, do you want to try the M25? It's crazy.
What's
Is
that?
the M25 like one of your like roads? Like a highway or a freeway or just a long road or something? Piccolo says driving.
It's probably the big roundabout that you can't get off of.
Right? You're
stuck.
stuck there forever. Piccolo says driving through Texas sometimes takes 20 hours, right? It's huge. Luna's laughing, and Piccolo says closest I can remember is Seth Rollins, but he was a WWE champ and tag champ with Braun.
Right.
Yeah. But Luke and Jade say Hogan held World, Intercontinental, and Tag Team belts for a couple months. Same as Ultimate Warrior and Triple H. So I guess if you go back a ways, yeah, there you go.
Right.
Ravi says the motorway. Oh, as Jade says from Luke's brain. I kind of figured that's probably where it came from, but I get ya.
Oh, those looked weird. They were like all red and juice, and then they filled it up with white.
I know, but is the white slushy stuff or is the white ice cream?
Or milk. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't know.
See, look at the list. Look at the last one.
Oh,
It's like 9 charcoals. 11 plates. Well, you'll need it, especially if they go crazy again. Flash is in the chat saying, well, I'm in the Bronx, obviously, and in the city it gets crowded in the train.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
And the subways. And James says, has there been a world champion that held the title up until retirement?
Edge?
Yeah. He had to retire.
I mean, if you want to count it up until, I don't know how long he had it before he retired, but...
Alita says, I would love to get the dividend check Alaska get every year.
I'm trying to think of any other wrestlers that retired on top.
But wasn't from an injury.
Right,
They actually just retired because they retired. Flash says, that's Metro for all of you UK. Yeah, retro.
Old retro.
Yeah, the motorway. So it's like our highways or freeways that we have. Understandable.
I was telling Chuck about the CD player in your car. And he's like, it's funny because they go for so much now. Like your CD player in your truck, you could take out and sell on eBay for like $500. If it works.
The CD player works.
I know. He's like, they just don't make them anymore.
They don't make CD players
anymore?
anymore?
Not like that.
Oh.
The old style. He's like, and everybody wants these retro things. I was talking to him today.
It's really weird.
I was like, it's got like this weird like animation. It's like less than 1 bit animation. It's like waves and shit.
Has race cars.
Yeah.
It's the
What brand is it? I can't remember.
It's a Pioneer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's what do you call that? It's the pixelation of it or whatever.
Right.
It's the screensaver.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that shit is. It's a fucking screensaver on a fucking CD player. My vehicle. How funny is that?
It's pretty funny.
Let's see. Robbie's like, where is your boy Keith Lee? I don't know. Probably broken.
He's probably going to come out and be a super uber hill. That's what we keep hearing, right?
Supposed to be all angry at the world and whatnot.
What is it?
Yeah. It's the zipper on the pillow. Ella says, doesn't the UK call their train subway something different? Not just the Metro. I can't recall. Watch a few UK on YouTube. Watch a few UK
Yeah, they call it the
YouTubers.
Express. It's the Hogwarts Express.
Oh my god, that's not... Oh my god. Yeah, you're... I'm going to steal Jade's word. You're such a goober. You're totally a goober. Oh my god. What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh. Vinegar's like unexpectedly longer than 30-minute break, but whatever, lol. So Travis, will the drip cheat to carry on Miz's legacy and best Omaha, or will it be a clean win for the big guy?
The big guy's going to win it very clean.
Robbie says, lol, not. It's the underground. But is the Metro on top of the ground? It was like, take me to Hogwarts, ravioli. Pickle says, don't knock it. My Panasonic had a USB port and those fancy pixels. I ain't knocking it, dude. I have it in my vehicle and it's worked well for years. I'm not knocking it. I just was giggling about it because all the new stuff, like I put a newer kind of one in my car, and so it has like a bigger screen, and it's like a touch screen, and all this stuff, and it's a DVD player, all that weird stuff. And the one in my other vehicle isn't, so it's just funny. James says, was Roddy Piper ever a champion?
Yes, several times, but never a world champion.
Throw him in the corner, Amos. Ew, Amos almost got him. But
look at that. Morrison kicking him right in the gut. Chest.
So is Miz not out there then?
No, Miz. If Miz was here, they'd be wrestling.
Oh.
Miz retreated to Hollywood.
Maybe Miz had a problem.
That's why he was a splash hole.
Uh-huh.
Look at Morrison. Parkour!
It says, LOL drip IA going against Amos. Right? Is going against Amos. Ayla says the tube. That's what y'all say. Ravi says, LO, you feeling alright? You do know it's a fictional place.
Hogwarts?
Hogwarts.
Well, of course you're a muggle.
Oh, God. Travis's gooberness is really coming out tonight. It was like, ravioli. No, it's not. It can't be fake.
Oh, shit. Morrison pops right over to the top of the stairs.
He's not as Reginald as you'd like him to be.
Oh, he's pretty
Oh,
Reginald.
God. He didn't
Oh, he ducked it, and then he got hit with it.
Fell
He, like,
down.
fell under his clothesline.
He fell down.
He's, like, 40 now.
Morrison's like, I flipped over the stairs, and I almost didn't make my landing. He almost fell on his face. Oh,
Morrison
God.
ducks it again.
It was like freaking Muggle. Robbie's like, Harry Potter is not my thing, apparently. Zoe Ziegler's in the chat saying, I know I'm not here always on Monday, but yeah, I'm from the Battery because I live. Well, I once lived in Battery Park. Utica
Nice.
is where I was born from, and where I live now is Atlantic City, New Jersey.
There you go.
Ayla's like, but Ron is your thing? Oh, God, Ayla. James Satella says, do wrestlers get paid weekly?
Oh, Moss.
No, most of the time, depending on how their contracts are set up, sometimes it's a matter of how much TV time they get. So if they're seen on TV, they get paid, like if they have a wrestling match. Sometimes they could just have monthly, stuff.
I'm pretty sure they would probably get
contracts.
somewhere near a weekly, not withdrawals, but the other one. Discount, no. Where do they put it in?
Paychecks?
Yeah, but they call it something. Deposits.
Deposits? I don't know if they do it weekly, but maybe. Vindicator says Oklahoma City has been the worst audience tonight since the crowds came back. No energy at all from them. What a waste. Should have been in nearby Colorado instead. Layla says Matthew Meditz is from New Jersey.
Oh, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
He's not from New Jersey, Ayla. He will murder you in your sleep.
You sure it's not Jersey?
He is from
Oh, is he coming out by
Poughkeepsie.
himself?
From Poughkeepsie, New York,
Dude,
guys.
all I know is AJ better win this. Woods versus AJ.
Ugh. Piccolo says, unless you're Fuego del Sol, it's pay per beatdowns.
Right.
Uh,
AEW.
James says, who pays the managers? WWE pays the managers. They just have different contracts. Robbie's like, LOL, Ayla, you and D are funnier than Eddie Murphy. Oh, hell no, that's not. You must not be watching the right Eddie Murphy.
Nobody's funnier than Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's Raw is some of the best comedy in the history
That
of man.
is, yes. That's why I said you must not be watching the right Eddie
Delirious is funny, but it's a little crude, and it's a little, like, out of my pay grade. Like, I don't understand a lot of it, because I was, like, 3 when he came out with it. But Raw, I was a little bit older, and I kind of understood what he was talking about. That shit is off the chain.
Ayla's like, he loves Jersey. It's where his heart is. No, it's not. He hates Jersey. Ayla's like, who? And Robbie says, Ayla, your chat ain't coming through on the chat. Piccolo says, I was there for that stream. Poughkeepsie. Yeah, you were. He's from Poughkeepsie. Travis tried to... From New Jersey. Poor Matthew. He almost had a freaking aneurysm.
Poughkeepsie, New Jersey.
Like, he's from Poughkeepsie. You're like, New Jersey? And I'm like, no, New York. Like, he's from New York. Vindicator says, Woods versus Style is par for the course. 2 tag wrestlers and a singles match is classic PG WWE.
Yeah, but AJ's not really a tag team wrestler.
Ayla says, Robbie switched to live chat instead of top chat. Yeah, if you're only seeing, like, parts of the chat, then you have to be in live chat, because live chat will give you everything. Top chat only gives you some messages. But that's not always true, because sometimes I don't get everything even in live chat.
It's already 8:30.
Thank God.
I missed 2.5 hours of wrestling.
No, you didn't. You were here the whole time.
It sure
You
didn't feel
miss
like it was very
anything.
long. I would, if you would have said, "Hey, guess what time it is?" I'd say 7:30.
Yeah. Well, considering that Walter was in here and left like over an hour ago, or about an hour ago. Let's see. Ayla says, I'm going to go comment on his YouTube channel so he can remember his homeland. Robbie's like, don't think live chat will make your chat any better, Ayla. Who said it would make it better? Sophie says, didn't Woods and Styles work together when they both were in Impact? When that company was number 2 before AEW was a thing?
Who does number 2 work? Don't ask me about Impact, guys. I didn't even watch it when Hogan was there. And I'm a huge Hogan fan. I still didn't watch it. That's a kind of a big deal for me.
Ayla's like, oh, I don't know what you want then.
I know they had a really good women's division. They were called the Knockouts.
Okay.
And they were that. WWE had nothing of the caliber that Impact had.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't even close. They tried, but they had nothing. Nikki Bella was probably the closest thing that they had. Michelle McCool. No.
For like the women.
Yeah.
Their boobs and nakedness and all that stuff.
I mean, WWE had Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler at first when they first came out, and that's who they were basing their women wrestlers on, were kind of that type. And so, yeah, WWE was better at first, but then the WWE got kind of, they went in like a different way, and it just didn't help with the knockout stuff. And the knockouts just kept going in that direction. And plus, they signed some of the WWE girls, like Christy Hemme and what's her name that just left? She got her stuff mailed to her in a garbage sack. She made a big deal out of it.
Oh, Renee? No.
No. I can't even think of her name, but she was a big time girl. She's a Hall of Famer. She's like 40.
I don't remember her now.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember the incident, yes.
But anyway,
Mickie
James, yeah.
Finally, I remembered something that was
relevant. They went over there. They went to Impact.
Right.
And so they were what they all looked like, I guess you could say, for the knockouts.
Oh, I see.
They were very curvy and young.
Ah, okay.
And attractive.
All right. Piccolo says, yeah, and I ate my breakfast burritos like 30 minutes ago. That's good.
Yummy.
Good for you. I'm glad you got your dinner done.
Well, it's also telling me how long it was that he ate his stuff.
Oh.
Because you guys were talking about that. That literally felt like it was like 2 seconds ago. I'm in that zone where time just isn't real.
Robbie says, Ayla, what you offering then? And Zoe Ziegler's like, anyway, gotta go now. I will see you on Friday. And just remember who the real showstopper is. Me, that's who.
Me, that's who.
Ziegler. Sophie says, imagine what the WWE would have been like if CM Punk didn't walk out of the company 7 years ago. Probably be shittier.
I have no idea what would have happened. I mean, it's so hard to tell. He could have been injured. He could have got people like so tired of him that they just weren't fans anymore. You know, Vince has a way of burying people, so if he wanted him to not succeed, he would have put him in some. He would have all of a sudden just been wrestling in mid card. Mm-hmm. He tries to take their value down, like the Iconics, right? Like the Iconics, he knew he was going to get rid of them. So what he did is he split them up.
Yep.
Made jokes out of them, then cut them. So they're less value.
Yeah.
If they would have still been a tag team at the top of their game, and he would have cut them, they would have already had a job.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true, though.
He has to embarrass them and knock them down a notch before he releases them. It's just such a weird thing that Vince does. But he does it all the time. He's done it to everybody.
It's very true. Hila says, you said my chat wasn't coming through. Piccolo says, so Woods was Consequences Creed and he wore gear looking like Apollo Creed. He had a tighter fro, too.
Oh, that's funny. I think I kind of remember it. Like, I did turn it on, but I just didn't really watch it, I guess you could say.
Robbie's like, Ayla, yeah, so what are you offering then? Ayla says, night, Zoe. Sophie says, a lot of WWE fans complain that Raw is 3 hours too long.
Right. Who is the guy that is in the independent scene that is the Randy Savage? He talks like Randy Savage. He acts like Randy Savage. He was mentored by Randy Savage. I think Randy Savage actually trained him. What's that guy's name? He's pretty good. He literally talks like him. He acts like him. He dresses like him. He is Randy Savage. It's pretty funny. He even gets on the top rope and does the elbow drops.
Nick. Is that in AEW?
No.
Oh, some other one. Okay.
No, he's an independent guy.
Oh. Let's see. Ayla says, I'm not Bud. Haha. Alita says he doesn't have a fro. He's just natural. James Sotelo says Velvet Sky was hot. Sophie says Mickie James is the only diva that worked with Impact 2 or 3 times in her career and the WWE a couple of times in her career.
Right. Yeah, she also put on that all-women's pay-per-view. Did you guys watch that on Saturday? I ended up watching it.
Ew.
Because I was here by myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought you were going to invite friends over.
No, I ended up watching an all-women's.
You didn't tell me that that's what you did.
Yeah, I ended up watching an all-women's.
I got home and you were like drunk off popcorn. You're like, did you have some popcorn? You're like, yeah.
I then watched the main event on that, which was a kind of like a Royal Rumble type match. And it was 2 girls started, and every 2 minutes a girl came in, and the only way that they could lose is pinfall or submission.
Okay.
And there was going to be 10 women total.
All right.
And some of those women were strange ass names, and like once was like something Kitty, like Pounder Kitty or something. Like some of the shit was like, what in the world? But anyways, the Chelsea Green won.
Oh, does
and then every woman in the whole entire roster, the whole show came out and cheered. Like all of them, even the girl she was gonna wrestle, that blonde that wrestled, the midget,
Layla Hirsch.
No, but the one she wrestled, the champion,
Camille
even came out, and because that's what she won is a shot against her, and she was even clapping. Like all the women were like celebrating the show. Chelsea Green won it.
Yeah.
That was the main event.
Let's see.
Spoiler alert.
Ayla. Piccolo says, "Oh, D, stop the hate. He's my favorite besides Jeff Hardy." Who's your favorite?
CM Punk, maybe?
Is it CM Punk?
Or are we talking about Xavier Woods?
It's probably CM Punk. He seems like a CM Punk lover. Sophie says, before CM Punk walked out of the WWE, the planned WrestleMania match was CM Punk versus Triple H, and Daniel Bryan was going to face someone else at that time.
Oh, wow.
Piccolo says, that's the barometer right there. I mean, WWE made Jeff look stupid with the alcoholic storyline, but that's what he is.
Yeah, they do that all the time. They try to embarrass him before they release him.
Sophie says, Woods and R-Truth was a tag team in Impact, and they both debuted in the WWE around the same time.
Huh. Yeah, Vince cherry picks, doesn't he?
Piccolo says, Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal, that's his name.
Robbie says, I saw some of the pay-per-view, but I didn't think it was very good, so went to bed. Piccolo says, cool, how did you like Camille versus Layla Hirsch?
It was okay. I didn't hate it. I honestly didn't. I thought I wouldn't like that match, but it ended up being pretty good. Yeah. Layla held her own.
Nice. Ayla says, did you see our paintings, Travis?
I did.
Through his popcorn drunkenness.
Oh my god, I had a bag of popcorn.
He had 2 bags of popcorn. 2.
Aletha comes over and she's like, go to bed. I don't like to go to bed.
Oh my god, you were up sleeping in the chair basically when I got home.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I was asleep.
And I was like, you need to go to bed. And you're like, bleh.
There it is. Woods gonna tap. Woods has got to tap.
He's not gonna tap. They're gonna make him be so good.
No.
Yeah. See, he's gonna get to the rope. He's gonna be... Oh, he tapped.
He tapped.
Sophie says, thanks to Hurricane Ida, a future SmackDown episode will be postponed in that state until sometime next year. Like Randy Savage. Oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have a lag.
Dang it.
Good thing it's almost over.
Bro, why are they... Oh, because they have their match next. Sorry about that, guys.
We had a little bit of a lag. Our OBS system decided
to shut down again. We need to just look into something
reconnect, I guess. It disconnected and then reconnected. It's like, oh, you're on here for 2.5 hours. No. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Sylvie says, was the all-female pay-per-view this past weekend much better than when the WWE did it a couple years ago?
It didn't have Trish Stratus or Miss Bliss, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Robbie says, D, what's wrong with Punk? Ugh, seriously. He's a fucking quitter garbage person.
Oh my gosh.
Sophie says, I didn't see any of the pay-per-view. Ayla says, I was going to say we did a great job.
The all-women's pay-per-view?
Ayla's like, I was going to say we did a great job. I think she was talking about the painting.
Oh.
But maybe not. Sophie says, remember Macho Mandow?
No.
Piccolo says, of course I'm a CM Punk guy, because I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
I like Paul Heyman, too.
Robbie says, Ayla, really? And Ayla's like, yeah, it's our third painting together. They turned out really well.
Paul E. Dangerously.
And Sophie says, for some reason, I was 10 minutes behind you.
Oh,
like,
wow.
in the show?
Yeah,
or
you gotta
like,
click. Catch
are you
up.
talking about, like, on the live stream 10 minutes? Or are you talking about watching what you're watching 10 minutes? Alita says, oh, MG, my toe is killing me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your toe hurts. What'd you do to it? Does it just hurt, like, from, like, some issue? Or did you, like, stub it or something? It was, like, 100% talking about myself, haha. You're talking about yourself? How doing a good job with the painting? That it turned out really well. Robbie's like, Ayla, what do you paint? Houses. Paint houses.
That's McKenna's cat.
This is the cat that likes her the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tabby kitty.
That's her favorite one. They don't let this one outside.
Because it's McKenna's favorite?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
If we're not going outside, why does she have a collar on? Please?
No, because people are funny. They just like putting collars on animals. It's like clothes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sophie says, I meant 10 minutes behind your live stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Piccolo says, I'm happy for his return. It's completely different than these rental part-timers, John Cena. Actually, CM Punk is technically a rental part-timer. He only did a contract for, what, 1.5 years and only 8 showings?
No, that's Brock. He did a year, and he's going to have 10 matches.
10, right. Well, same thing.
But he could do more. He can sign bigger.
That was his thing. So, basically, he is a part-timer. Basically, he's just like them. He's a
Why
swindler.
would you... okay, first of all, let's start over. It's good that they're not wrestling too much because it gets old. So let's get them as little matches as we possibly
I don't
can.
want to see them.
We want their matches to be main events. We don't want their matches to be like, oh, it's just another match on a Wednesday.
Well, I don't want to see them at all, sadly.
Or any other day of the week. Like Roman, you don't want to see Roman wrestle every Friday. It just waters it down. It's not. It doesn't make it as exciting. You want to see Roman headline pay-per-views. Big pay-per-views, not even small ones. Like when he was left off that one pay-per-view. That's perfect. Just leave him off smaller pay-per-views. You don't need that riff-raff.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, Sophie says, how do you see Ayla if she is a vampire? You can't see vampires during the day.
What?
I didn't know.
Have you never read Twilight? You can see vampires during the day.
It just has to be cloudy. Sparkly. It's fine. Ayla's like, well, I've been painting for years, but recently, Deletha and I started going to wine and paint dates. Yep. Pico's like, paint the fence, wax on, wax off, right? Alita says, break it. You broke your toe? How'd you break your toe? Ravi says D with her punk agenda. Ayla says, I was saying I'm talking about myself, not wrestling. Haha. Travis thought I was saying we as in women did a good job at wrestling. I was like, hold up. I'm definitely talking about me. Sophie's like, mommy and daughter dates with Ayla and D. That would be an interesting reality show. Sophie says, I thought Goldberg only has 2 more matches in his contract. I guess not.
And possibly, but, money talks.
Robbie
So what TR does
Sophie
is he
don't be
takes,
laughing.
those cast iron things I was looking up that give the grill marks?
Yes.
So TR has one of those. And he's
Okay.
like, I put it in my grill and get it super duper hot. And then he's like, I put bacon on it.
Uh-huh.
And then once the bacon grease is there, then he's like, I cut up onions really small, puts it there. And then a little garlic or whatever until it's, cooked, until it's fragrant, I guess you'd say.
Right.
He's like, then I take my hamburger and I just smash it into it. And he's like, I got this little iron that's actually for the bacon that keeps the bacon flat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
And
called
he's
press.
like, I press the hamburger down in that with that. And he's like, it's so good.
I bet. Yeah, that kind of stuff is good.
It's funny because I brought up that I wanted to buy one of those for my Blackstone, but they just don't make them that big.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they don't make them that big. And I don't know how it would work with a flat top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it with gas and grills and stuff. That makes sense, right? But a flat top, I don't know how that makes sense. James says, you want to see Otis every day? Ayla says, no, my vampire, my parasite, my pasty white skin, almost albino, but I used to have black hair, not a vampire, not yet. Alita says Ayla is a daywalker. It's even scarier. Robbie says Ayla allergic to garlic if she's a vampire. It was like, I'm a daywalker. That's what my Hispanic family calls me anyway. It's true. They do call her that. She is a daywalker, and she loves garlic. Man, she'll just eat a clove of garlic just whenever. It's creepy.
Ew.
Sophie says, I feel bad for Ayla's kids. That's nice.
What'd you say about my mama? That's on Menace to Society. I feel bad for your mama. What'd you say about my mama? He just shoots him.
James
dog.
says, do wrestlers ride on Greyhound buses? I guess they could. Why couldn't they? They're people. Maybe
There's probably
they
a
don't.
few of them that have been rode more times than a Greyhound bus.
That's nasty. Pickle says, yay, daywalker life. Roberto's like, y'all have a good night. Thanks, Roberto. Have a good
See
night.
you, Roberto.
We'll see you Wednesday.
Sorry
Ayla
for having
says,
to
what
put
the
up
fuck,
with us.
Sophie? Why? And Sophie's like, I'm kidding, Ayla.
Look at that. Riddle goes right after Bobby.
Get
Bobby's
him.
basically going to have to manhandle both of these guys.
Yeah.
Riddle kicking him in the ass. He does realize he's
He'll
in
have
there
to
with the
beat
best.
him up some so that MVP can get him. Or Robbie's like, don't drink my blood, Ayla. It probably tastes yucky anyways.
Is this going to start pushing something, Randy, here? And the big man?
Bobby?
Look at that vertical suplex. Boom! It drops him down.
Oh.
I wonder if these guys are going to get involved. I don't think we're going to have an ending.
Probably not. There's not very much time left. Like
Was
10
there not?
minutes. Will Lashley's like, ready to get your ass whooped, Orton.
It looks like it. I don't know if he will, though. But I'm wondering if they can't
That's
set something up.
Saxton down
They
there,
probably
right?
don't want to do it right away. Is that what AJ said?
That's Saxton down there, right?
Nobody likes Saxton.
Nobody likes
He's just there as a whipping
Saxton.
boy.
He just sits there like this dweeb with this weird look on his face. Oh, it's just sad. Poor guy.
I wonder if there's anybody at home that's like, I really like Bobby Saxton or whatever his name is.
Byron.
Byron Saxton.
James says, when is Daniel Bryan going to make his debut on AEW?
Soon.
Who knows? Maybe never.
We got Ruby Riott showing up on Sunday.
It's Ruby Soho.
Yeah,
Robbie
Soho.
says MVP is still able to kick it. Ayla says, my kids have good genes, so I don't feel bad for them. I chose to be pale. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. So he's like, maybe this will be how we might get a future Randy Bobby feud. That feud they have hinted at on and off most of this year.
Right, what we needed. It'd be a fresh little feud. They could last, a couple months or whatever. But with this tag team thing, I don't see it happening. But see, they're going to hint at it.
Like, I don't understand how you can enjoy anything if all you're doing when you go to those is what that lady was doing.
Is she on her phone?
She's like this.
She's probably recording it.
It's like, I get it, but it's like, what the fuck?
She has to show her friends.
It's like, seriously,
It's all we
people.
all do it, but some do it more than others. We want to be accepted.
It's so weird to me.
And so we will be unhappy in our moment so we can tell somebody that we did it.
Oh my god, I forget half the time I even have a phone. When I'm doing stuff, like later on I'll be like, oh, I should have took a picture of that with my phone. I think about it all the time driving. I'm like, oh, that's a cool picture. As I'm driving, I should take a picture of that. It'd be cool. I should keep a camera in here.
What are you, like, from the 80s? I need a camera.
Like our nice cameras, like my Nikon and stuff like
Right.
that. Like that kind of a camera. That kind of stuff.
Oh.
Oh. Anyway, Sophie says Daniel Bryan is going to appear at All Out. Oh,
You
yeah?
think they're both showing up at All Out, huh?
Gonna take the umph away from Ruby Soho's coming out, huh? Alita says, I slipped in the tub. You need to have
Little adhesive ducks.
duckies in your tub.
Little adhesive duckies.
Go get Sheldon and have him apply little adhesive ducks in your tub. We do not want Alita slipping in the tub and hurting toes. That's a no-no. Kiwi Lollipops in the chat. Hey, Kiwi says, Montel is getting old, but still sexy even at 50.
Oh, Montel, huh?
Sophie says they had a tag champion feuding with a WWE champion before. Yeah. And Robbie says, Ayla, what jeans Levi's 501? Supernova Zaps in the chat. Hey, Supernova says Key Montel is not 50. Sophie says MVP was only supposed to be a producer, then plans changed when COVID happened. Yep. And Ayla says, same to Lathan. I have a badass phone with a good camera half the time I leave it at home. Lita says, how do you like your Blackstone?
Love it. When I use it. I've used it like 4 times. My cousin used it once and he fell in love with it.
Yeah. So I got it for Travis like a while ago.
WrestleManias, we used to do a breakfast every morning and I would borrow it from a friend. So we decided to buy one, and then we started doing the show, and so therefore we don't do WrestleMania parties anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
We still could, I guess, going forward. I thought about that. Especially if we did it outside. It just depends. April's pretty cold.
It is pretty cold in April. The thing of it is, though, if you did that, right, like we've talked about it, like you would have to just keep everything mute. Mm-hmm. Like you couldn't have noise at all. Like you couldn't even have us have noise. Like you literally would, it would just be literally them watching with like music in the background or something, just all these people watching WrestleMania.
Right. So you could do a split screen. So 2 people would be in here with that door closed. Everybody else would be out there. And then people could just cycle in and be on the show if they wanted.
Right. We were to Alita, but now it's back and we have Bobby and Riddle in the ring right now. Piccola says, who makes Blackstone? I think they're their own company. I don't think they're a basis of anybody else. Sophie says, what would make you stream every day like your good pal Joe the Best does?
I mean...
Couldn't do it.
It would just have to... I don't know. Just different circumstances. I mean, I could see it going that way, once we start getting higher in the subscriber count. Joe's doing it the right way. He's working hard. He's building a huge subscriber base, and then he's going to start making money off of it. And he's going to be set.
Right.
Us, on the other hand, we just kind of do it for you guys just when we're here. We're not really doing it for money. We're not doing it for a job. But if we decided to turn it into a job, we could... and we would just do more things. Anybody can make a living off YouTube. You just got to put time and effort in. And we were putting the time in. We're just not putting the effort in. Like Joe is. Oh, shit.
Right.
Randy tags in. And again, big clothesline.
So, Piccola, I don't think anybody does. I think that Blackstone's its own company. I don't think that it's... Yeah, the flat top is removable.
It is. You can put all sorts of different types of tops on there.
The flat top is removable. They used to have back in the old days. They don't really have it anymore, but back on the old days, the 36-inch flat top, you could actually put a grill on there instead. And so it was different. You could put a grill on there. A buddy of Travis's has one that had the flat top, and when he bought it, he got a grill top too. So he can do interchangeables.
Yep.
So.
Oh, kicks Bobby right in the chest. Look at this. DDT.
But they're actually pretty good. I like it. I mean, they're really nicely made.
Oh yeah. They're very heavy. The base could be a little bit sturdier, but it's fine. Like that's the other thing with Shannon's is it folds up.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
Right.
It stays square.
Yeah, his is like more compact and whatever.
Oh, MVP kicks Randy Orton right in the face.
Not paying attention, classic Orton. Let's see. Robbie's like, you said jeans, Ayla. Ayla's like, yeah, like DNA. Pico's like, oh, never mind, I just Googled, it's a flat top removable. And Applejack Styles is in the chat saying, hey, y'all, I'm on commentary. Good, yeah, yep. Applejack Styles.
Applejack.
Sophie says, what is Blackstone? Pico says, like, can you lay a grill to get the marks?
Right, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, Ayla says, it's a stone color black, it's super. Alita says a barbecue grill and the flat top is removable. Sophie says Joe the Best covers everything, even stuff not that many people watch, like Impact Unboxing.
Right.
Ayla says maybe that's why he's the best. And Robbie says a lot of football YouTubers that have jobs go live most days, but mostly do short lives. Robbie says in the UK. Yeah. And I could see that, and stuff. It's really time consuming, guys. And Joe does have a job too. So, I mean, his life is like insane. And I just feel like, that I like to do other things too besides this. And so, I mean, if Travis wants to do more shows on his own, I don't care, but I'm not going to do them.
Riddle swings, misses. A little Pele kick. Kip up. Lashley in trouble. Riddle taking it right to him.
Oh, big
no showboating. Doing it right. Oh, Bobby's so strong.
Oh, yeah. It's like, Riddle, you got to beat him up way more. You got to break him down before you can do that stuff.
Ripcord knee.
Pickle says, that's an idea. Possibly vlog at tailgate parties. Follow one team and travel.
Yes. Lots that can be done there. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. He stomped on his foot. MVP is the only guy that picks on his feet.
Nice.
You ever
MVP
notice that?
knows. He's old school. He's like, I will find.
Nobody else ever goes after his feet except for MVP.
The weakest link is happening. Ella says, I like this schedule every other day. I have things going on. Fluttergoth is in the chat, says, now we know what AJ stands for.
A for apple, J for jalopy. Both men are down. Randy Orton's completely gone. Bobby Lashley. Oh, there they are on the outside. Bobby and.
They're having a good time out there.
Is he gonna get hit with an
making
RKO
friends
out of nowhere?
and cuddling. Sophie says, would you do this type of stream for a popular show like The Blacklist or whatever?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if I was really interested in a TV show.
Look behind him.
And wanted to, like, share stuff or something.
Ring the bell!
That's a disqualification and a half right there. Wow, like, interference beyond.
Randy, atomic drop. No! Back drop right onto the table.
Ooh, MVP's getting Riddle out to the ring.
Is this for the titles? It is for the titles, but Riddle's going to beat MVP.
I don't know. I guess it depends.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
But it depends on where Lashley is. There it is. Haha! World champions retain their titles.
They do. Good for them. Robbie's like, Ayla lives a busy life. Ayla's like, plus once I get my kitchen cooking
There's a
down,
spear.
my thinking once or twice a month. Yeah, and what you do is, like Travis said, you just do like a whole bunch of videos at a time.
Yep.
And then you don't do it live. You know, you could do live ones here and there.
There it is. RKO out of nowhere. That's a hint.
Mm-hmm. There it is. The RKO the Almighty. Let's see. Princess Twilight's like, AJ's real name is Alan Jones. It's Applejack. Alita says they're their own brand. Ayla says, I have 2 kids. I work part-time and I have to have clean clothes and home. Yes. Semi-busy. Sophie says, AJ almost went to the WWE a lot earlier than he did. Luna says, good night, everyone. Gothasha is like, ha ha ha. Robbie says, do you enjoy the Bobby match? Vindicator says, predictable ending, but the best match of the lackluster night. Anyway, see you guys for Philip Jack Brooks Celebration Extravaganza. And Will Lashley, my neck. Alright, Vindicator, thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you out there for our super chat from Ryan. We really appreciate that a lot. That was amazing in more than ways than we can count. Thank you, everybody in the chat who stuck with us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with us. Illa says probably not live. Bulk filming is a great idea, though. Bring a change of clothes, though. Piccolo says washing and folding clothes the only thing I wish I had them made for. Ugh.
You just got to get you aprons made, like we do our shirts and stuff.
Right.
And then you just wear an apron that has the stuff on it.
Yeah, I don't think it would really matter if, we had the same outfit on for, each meal or something like that. I don't know if that really would make that big of a difference. And I think doing a live one would be fine. You can always do something quick and easy as a live,
How to hard boil an egg. Just good
or
stuff.
do fun things like some of the things I see these vloggers do when I look up food, when I look up recipes and stuff. Like this one lady was like, oh, this is how I figured out which of the box brownies was the best. So I took all 11 brands of box brownies from this brand to this brand, and I did a blind taste test of them and had a survey for my friends to fill out. We just had a big chocolate tasting party, and I invited all these girls over, and I gave them their paper and put out the brownies with numbers on them and said, at the top, how would you rate this brownie? Blah, 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 and then rated them from worst to best, right. Box brownies. So, stuff like that, you could do something like that. Not completely live, but you could always do something like that on a smaller scale live or something.
You could do things for holidays live, like the Halloween thing, like when we invited the missionaries over and we gave them the little bones and the pudding. Yeah. Things like that. Fun little holiday things. But anyway,
so Piccolo says washing and folding clothes, and bye everyone. Enjoy your week. Robbie says ciao for now. Lita says bye Piccolo. Lieutenant Martha was in the chat, but good night. In the morning I have a patrol to do in Chicago. Good job. Illa says we'll get drunk and cook. Duh. Night everyone. I got vampire shit to do. Getting drunk and cooking is probably not a good thing. Burns and cuts will happen. People will lose fingers. I'm saying that. Alita says I fell in love with the Blackstone from the commercials. I never saw a commercial for him. Really? We just, a friend had one. We tried it out. We liked it. I got him one. So, anyways, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night.
We will see you in 46 hours. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Actually, it's less than that.
Bye. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.